Not been evaluated by the Food and Drug Administration. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text LION to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text LION to 321321. That's LION to 321321.
ESPN 710, Los Angeles Sports.
And it is the biggest show on the radio. Mason and Ireland is on for your Wednesday afternoon.
Eastern Ireland, best show on the radio.
Here we go. We are broadcasting live in the city of Redondo Beach. Mason and Ireland live from the Ralph Supermarket, along with our friends from BBGO and the Lakers to support victims today of the Southern California wildfires. Come on out, show your support, and you could win fabulous prizes. We got Lakers tickets to give away. We got meet and greets with Robert Horry and Sasha Vujacic. Plus, come out, meet Mason and Ireland and Greg Bergman. By the way, let me remind you, this is the Waba Grill Lunch Hour right here on 710 ESPN. Why do they grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Their Asian-inspired menu has quality proteins and fresh steamed vegetables. Right now, get a value bowl for only $8.99. For a limited time, Waba Grill, it's for you. So let's do it. Broadcasting live from the Rouse in Redondo Beach with BBGO and the Lakers. Mason and Ireland, your Wednesday afternoon with the people right now.
Good afternoon.
So we are live in Redondo Beach at the Ralphs. It is a great day outside. The weather is terrific. Good day to hang out. We got BBGO. The truck is here. Some phenomenal dumplings. We're collecting items for the LA Regional Food Bank.
Keep them coming.
Yeah, line them up. He'll knock them down. We also got prizes today. We got Lakers Celtics tickets. Is that right?
We do. We have one pair of Lakers Celtics. Now, Greg, you got to be here to win them, right?
Yes, you have to be here and when we give them away.
All right, so we're giving away one pair of Lakers Celtics. We're giving away 2 pair of Laker tickets up to the Indiana game. And that's a game everybody can probably go to. It's 1 o'clock on a Saturday.
Oh, that's nice, yeah.
All right, so
I'm actually going to be at that game.
And then we're doing a thing. Mason and I just went in, and we each bought 10 items that we're going to donate. We're going to donate all 20 of these items to the food bank. And if you can guess how much money each of us spent,
yes,
you can win. To be a part of any of these contests, you got to go over there where Parker and Stephanie are. Wave, Parker. Wave, Stephanie. And they will, if you're not signed up, go sign up over there, and you'll have a chance to win any of that stuff. The tickets to the Celtics game, the tickets to the Pacers game, the Austin Reeves jersey, signed Austin Reeves jersey, and a signed Rui Hachimura NBA basketball.
All that stuff today.
And more.
Get out here. Could be the live...
It's not.
The final live show in the history of Mason and Ireland.
You never know.
You never know. And it's such a temporal business.
Tomorrow, Greg, is guaranteed to no one.
Exactly. And thanks to Radio Michael Van, who's here right now.
Yes.
155 days, 1 hour, 36 minutes, and 210 seconds.
Not that we're keeping track.
No.
But he
Not
is.
that we're scoring at home. No, my Radio Michael Fan's great at stuff like that. He's always great on our social media, too. So, let's see, what's going on in the world? Well, Lakers win last night, as they should. It was a dominating performance for Anthony Davis. It was like playing with the triple-double.
Yeah, it was like playing a college team. 3 of their starters were 20 or younger.
Yeah.
They had 2 20-year-olds and a 19-year-old, and then they had a 21-year-old, and then Kuz.
Yeah.
Who's 28. And he's 28's old on that team.
So UCLA also played last night, and they're probably one of the
good win for them.
Yeah,
last night.
It was a very good win.
Wisconsin's ranked, right?
Yes, 18th, not anymore. But they are not a good scoring team.
UCLA
is not. They score within the 60s usually.
Okay.
They put up 85 points. The Wizards put up 88. So
Yeah, that's amazing.
got to tell you a little bit something. That was the worst basketball team I've ever seen on a floor at the same time.
You're talking about
the
Washington.
Wizards, yeah. Just awful.
Yeah, there's not a lot going on there.
Yeah, it was only the second time this season the Lakers have won a game by 20 or more points. They have 24 wins. By the way, we're at exactly halfway through the season. We played 41 games. We have 41 left. And I think most people accurately predicted where the Lakers would be at the halfway point.
Yep.
Somewhere 4, 5, or 6. I think right now they're 6. Somewhere in the neighborhood of 20 to 25 wins. They're right there. The question is, can they sustain it? Because, Macy, I just saw you open the standings.
Yeah, I got the standings. They are the 6.
Which would keep them out of the play-in tournament. But I think the Western Conference is going to be Oklahoma City, and then 9 teams between 40 and 50 wins. And a couple of those teams are going to get like right now, Mace, who's 11?
11 is Golden State.
So I could see Golden State making the play-in tournament, which would knock one of the 10 out. So you've got to knock out wins when you can get them. So, Greg, I agree with you. It wasn't like it's not like they beat anybody
but
good.
It's what you had to do.
Yeah. 100%. We talked about it before too. Is that in January they were possibly going to go 13-2 in January?
Yeah,
they're
not happening.
They're 5-4 right now.
Yeah.
Well, and the Fire's knocked out 2 games too.
Sure, but there's games against Boston tomorrow. Then you have Golden State. You're going to have teams that are good. New York, the Clippers again, Golden State.
You mentioned Golden State. Golden State is so much in the same position that the Lakers are right now.
Yeah.
I mean, they've got
lost by 40 at home.
Just got absolutely
2 nights ago to the
dismantled.
Celtics.
And what do you do if you're in that in-between place, which Golden State is right now?
You accurately said it. It is very similar to what's going on with the Lakers. They have aging stars in Steph and Draymond, who they are trying to pair up with someone else and make a run. But right now, they look very beatable. One of the best wins the Lakers have had this year was on Christmas Day when Austin Reeves won it at the buzzer. And the rematch is this Saturday.
Yeah. Whereas LeBron and AD have said now they're looking for reinforcements. They're looking for a way to turn this team, which is kind of mid, into a championship-caliber team. Steph Curry has come out and said desperate trades or desperate moves that deplete the future. There's a responsibility on allowing or keeping the franchise in a good space, in a good spot when it comes to where we leave the thing when we're done. That, to me, is interesting. He's thinking about the franchise after he's done, and he doesn't want anything desperate to happen right now to protect the future of the franchise where he's played all these years.
Although sometimes desperate works.
Oh, yeah, it does.
I remember when San Antonio traded Kawhi to Toronto, and everybody said he's a rental. It's a dumb trade. You gave up DeMar DeRozan, one of your best players, and now you got Kawhi Leonard on a rental. Well, they found lightning in a bottle. There were a few injuries, in particular to KD and to Clay in the finals, and Toronto won a title, the only one they've ever won.
Yep.
Because they did something desperate.
He was a rental.
He was a rental.
And then he left. They went to the Clippers. But looking back, it was worth it.
Yeah,
they got their title.
All right, coming up next for you, we'll talk about some of the options that the Lakers have on the table. Also, Robert Horry's going to join us. Sasha Vujacic is going to join us. We are live at Ralph's, Redondo Beach, Hawthorne Boulevard. Dumplings for everybody.
Hey,
all
look,
kinds of prizes.
The next order of dumplings has arrived.
Another round of dumplings for BB-Go.
Greg, I'm counting. I've had 3 containers of BB-Go food so far.
Yep, I still
3.
I got another dumpling
3
for sure.
Okay.
We have a battle. We're going to have
I'm taking 2 of
counter.
These. Thank you.
Yeah. All right, we're coming right back. Mason and I are live on the road, 710 ESPN.
All right, if you are selling your house, and right now there's a lot of movement in the real estate market, a lot of it because of the fires, some of it nothing to do with the fires, but if you're a seller, the first call you should make is to Seller's Advantage. The reason is they only look out for one thing, the seller. They have thousands of satisfied customers, but they're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell because they'll buy your home for a competitive cash offer and then close in days, not weeks or months. No repairs are needed because they buy homes as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau and the most 5-star reviews. No wonder thousands of sellers have chosen Seller's Advantage. If you're ready to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage and get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. 888-390-AS-IS. That works out to 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com. CryptoCoin.com.
The Kings are back at Crypto.com Arena tonight, where they've been the best home team in the NHL this season.
Beats Spence to the blue line. In the middle for Kempe. Those two want to switch. Kempe to the near side. Hands it to Kopitar. Back for Kempe. One-timer off the crossbar. You heard that ping from everywhere in the building. Kopitar to Kempe. Shoots! Scores! They went right to the same play. Off the crossbar. Back to Kempe. And then bar down and in. It's 3 straight games with a power play goal.
Tonight in Los Angeles, it's the Kings taking on the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers. Don't miss the action. Listen live at 7 on the all-new ESPN LA app.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit normandlegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
It is playoff time, and it is now or never. Don't miss out on the last few weeks of football action with Prize Picks, the best place to win cash while watching the playoffs. You know, we have over 10 million members and billions of dollars in awarded winnings. Prize Picks has made daily fantasy sports accessible to everybody. All you got to do is pick 2 or more players across any sport, pick more or less on their projection, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Prize Picks now offers MasterCard for quick and easy deposits into your account this sports season. Join Prize Picks, America's #1 daily fantasy sports app, available to play in more than 40 states, including California and Texas. Download the Prize Picks app today. Use the code CAPPY, K-A-P-P-Y. Get $50 instantly when you play $5. That's code CAPPY on Prize Picks to get $50 instantly when you play $5. You don't even need to win to receive the $50 bonus. It's guaranteed. Prize Picks, run your game. Must be present in certain states. Visit prizepicks.com for restrictions and details.
NextGen is the official plumbing, heating, and AC company of SoCal sports fans. That's right. NextGen, the absolute best in the biz, with thousands of 5-star reviews online to prove it. Looking for game-changing deals on your home? Call NextGen. Right now, ESPN LA listeners can book a drain cleaning for just $88. That's right. For just $88, you can keep your plumbing in top shape and ensure that you're game day ready. So don't miss out. Call 833-NEXGEN today to take advantage of this limited time offer. NextGen is the name you can trust for home comfort and reliability. That's 833-NEXGEN. 833-3NEXTGEN, or visit nextgenairandplumbing.com to schedule your $88 drain cleaning appointment today.
NEXGEN, call 833-3NEXTGEN.
Texting enrolls you in recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
Leaving for the gym so early?
I'm ready to go.
Since you started taking Nugenix Total T, you've been acting like when we met in our 20s.
I feel like myself again. Lower testosterone after turning 40 slowed me down. Nugenix Total T has been a game changer for me.
What is it about Nugenix Total T that's different?
It's a key ingredient called Tesnor. It boosts free and total testosterone to help you get back the drive and energy from your youth. Total T is backed by 5 clinical studies.
I've seen the huge difference it's made for you in the gym, at work, and in the bedroom.
I'm so glad I sent them a text for my complimentary bottle. Text LION to 321321 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. Nugenix is the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and we'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, our newest, most powerful fat burner ever. Absolutely free. Text LION to 321321. That's LION to 321321.
It is Mason and Ireland on 710 ESPN. Don't get it twisted, yo. The most downloaded sports radio show in Los Angeles. The podcast, that is.
Mason and Ireland, the #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. The #1 most downloaded sports podcast in Los Angeles. And we thank all of our podcast listeners for that.
If you ever miss a moment, get your fill anytime. Just search Mason and Ireland wherever you get your podcast.
Brand new whip, just hopped in.
Say there's no such thing as free lunch.
There is today.
There is today. That's right. The BB Go Truck here. We're live in Redondo Beach at Ralph's. You're invited out here. We have got the BB Go Truck. We're giving away Lakers Celtics tickets, also Lakers tickets for an upcoming game against Indiana. We got a little Price is Right game going on for an Austin Reeves signed jersey and a Rui Hachimura signed basketball. Robert Horry is going to be here along with Sasha Vujacic.
Greg, when we're giving away these game tickets,
right.
Lakers Celtics, when are we doing that?
We are doing them within the show, so you have to be here and in the break.
When is the first ticket giveaway?
The first ticket giveaway is going to be at 1:30.
1:30. Right, so if you've got time to get over here.
Less than an hour from right now.
Sorry, no, 12:45.
Okay,
coming up
back.
10 minutes.
10 minutes
from now. 12:45, 1:30, 2:15, 2:30.
All right, so all day we're giving away stuff.
Yes, this is definitely the place to be. Now,
be like Funches. We're here.
We're here.
Greg, you brought up something during the break that I want to do on the show. You talked about the fact that a lot of NFL coaches are minimizing the kicker.
Yes.
Going for it on fourth down, going for it, or punting if they think the field goal is too far. If I was an NFL head coach, that's exactly what I would do.
It's the right move.
I don't understand why teams willingly give up the ball. There's a high school coach, I think he's in Arkansas, that never punts, ever.
Right.
He's won 7 state titles.
And it's high school. But
right.
Yeah.
But here's the reason. I'm not saying go for it on 4th and 20 from your own 5, all right? That's clearly a time to punt. But if it's 4th and 3 on the 50,
go for it.
I'm going.
But you thought Sean McVay in that game against this past weekend, you felt as though he
with
should
about
have
4.5 minutes left,
4.5 minutes,
punted.
You thought he should have gone for it
because I was worried about him not getting the ball back. As it turns out,
he
not only got it back, they got it inside the red zone and had a real chance to win.
Yeah.
So it worked out.
But that was, in fairness, that was a 4th and 8.
Yeah, but I still would have gone. I still would have gone for it.
You would have gone for it on 4th and 8.
Here's why: the year before in Detroit, when the Rams lost by 1 in Detroit, that ended their season last year, with about 4.5 minutes left. The Rams punted and never got the ball back.
Right.
So that's what I would worry about. If I have the ball and I'm behind, I'm thinking long and hard about ever giving it up willingly, like punting.
But in your world, they may not have been in a position to win the game had they not completed that 4th and 8. Had they not –
right.
in my mind –
it can go the other way on you.
So a lot of this is, the coaches use analytics. I would love to understand the analytics of go for it, don't go for it, kick it here, don't kick it there. I don't know how any of that works, but they've obviously got some formula, and people are going for it more often than they ever have. I think it's good for the game. I think it's fun to watch. There's nothing like it. And by the way, some of these teams have got lockdown 4th and 1, 4th and 2 plays. I mean, obviously the Eagles can do it anytime. The tush, and they're not even the only ones doing that now.
No, now you're getting other teams.
Josh Allen's doing that.
Yeah, Josh Allen's doing it, and for Minnesota, they're using other guys.
Yeah, I mean, if you've got a high conversion rate on 4th down, on 4th and 1, 4th and 2, I understand why you would go. If you've got a play in your pocket, and obviously those teams do, they go for it. Do you understand the analytics of it? I'm fascinated to know how the analytics work that decide whether a coach goes for it on 4th down.
Well, or if you're overly aggressive like Dan Campbell, you just go for it most of the time.
Well, Dan Quinn, that's what he's doing too. So
Dan
I think
Quinn.
Ireland and I are talking about two different things.
What are you talking about?
He's talking about not punting. I'm saying if you have to punt, because that's an important part of the flip them field position is a very important part of it. I'm saying no field goals. If you're in range of a field goal and it's 4th down, you should be going for it on 4th down. You should be going for it.
I think it depends on what the score is.
Sure.
Well, score. If you're
like
on the 40-yard line,
Ohio State the other night at the end of the game did the right thing when they kicked the field goal because it made it a 2-score game and the game was over.
I think there's times, but at the same, it's more exciting to see a touchdown. It's more exciting to go for it on a 4th down play. I don't see that the kicking game itself is one that I don't feel is necessary in today's game.
So you just get rid of kickers altogether?
Besides punters, yeah.
Just get rid of place kickers, and from now on, you just go for it on 4th down.
Cappy, I'm sorry, you're gone.
Would the sport be all that worse if you just got rid of place kickers?
No, it wouldn't be. I know this was whole Larry David thing, but I'm totally
it makes sense. It makes sense.
Totally agreement with him because think about it. I mean, 4th and 3 on the 25, and guys are kicking field goals.
But you got to go for it in your own territory, or no? You don't have to go for it. You can still punt.
You can still punt.
You just can't convert a field
Would
goal
you,
or
Greg,
an extra point.
You would still keep a kicker in your roster for those rare situations where, like a tie game, he could win it at the end, right?
Sure. I mean, I guess you can do that, but I would.
It'd be pretty haphazard to not have a place kicker on your roster. What you could do,
I don't think you need it.
What you could do is find somebody who can punt and kick. Like, who's the guy that kicks off for the Rams?
Ethan Evans.
Yeah, that dude, I think,
he's
could
our
do
punter.
both.
Our punter.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah.
Well, so you could save a roster spot.
I mean, I guess a 62-yard field goal is really exciting.
I would
but
narrow.
how often do
I
you
would
see those?
narrow the goalpost. I would make it much harder to make a field goal.
already-
Because these
okay.
guys now are booming it from 56, 57, 62 yards.
I actually like your idea, but think about this. This is the same argument when I hear people say NBA players have become too tall. I would move the rim to 11 feet.
Yeah.
The problem is, think about every football field across the country. They're all the same goalposts.
Right.
You would have to, I mean, it would
have to change everywhere.
You would have to change it everywhere. And some places don't have the money.
Yeah.
But so that would be logistically hard to pull off. But I don't hate your idea.
Yeah.
I think your idea is pretty good.
If you look at Dan Quinn and the Redskins and the Commanders right now, they did it consistently. 4th and 3.
Yep.
They were going for it, and they were hitting.
Yes, they
because
were.
they had the right game plan. I think that you see Dan Quinn, not Dan Campbell,
Yep.
do it all the time. I mean, it's
but
it's a
Dan
normal
Campbell
play.
got hailed for that one, which was the stupidest thing
No,
in
but
the
he's
world.
still consistently
No, but I'm
goes
talking
for
about the one where he had the field goal to take the lead, and he went for it on 4th down anyway. Do you remember this game? It was like he got hailed as a genius.
Yeah,
that was just a reach.
It was gutsy, but yeah, it could have burned him.
Yeah, it was unnecessary.
You can always get burned, but then
But I
if
mean,
every
he
team has
does
to do
he
it.
does a lot of things that when you look back on it, you like that the other day when they were trying to come back and he called that trick play and the wide receiver threw an interception.
Oh, that was so bad.
Yeah.
Obviously he would take that back if he could. But I like aggressive coaches. I like guys who go for it a lot on 4th down, who don't punt.
You never fault. I never fault a guy for being too aggressive.
Me either.
Yeah,
No.
Too timid, yes. Too aggressive, no. You always get points for going for it, in my mind. All right, coming up next, we're going to spin the wheel of questions. Are we doing sports graffiti today or not doing sports graffiti?
I think
I'm
we
not
can
sure.
do it.
Can we do it? Yeah,
What
sure.
time is Horry getting here?
Or he should be around the same time. So when he gets here, we'll just be like, hey, sorry.
Yeah. All right. In the meantime, let me tell you about
Curtis, more dumplings.
more dumplings. Curtis.
dumplings!
So I love sleeper picks. It is the better way to play daily fantasy, and it's easy. All you do is pick at least 2 players' projected stats. You put together a little parlay. Like last night, I came so close on my sleeper picks. I almost hit during the Lakers game. In that game, I had Austin Reeves more than 7.5 assists. Ding. I had Anthony Davis more than 26.5 points. Ding. I had Jonas Valanciunas more than 7.5 rebounds. He finished with 7.
Wow.
Damn.
That's a bad beat.
That was a bad beat.
You're doing pretty good on those sleeper picks, though. You're either hitting them or just missing them every
exactly.
time.
And Brian Cohn's doing the same. I've always got action going on sleeper picks. It makes the game even more fun to watch. And right now, Sleeper Picks has got a special offer. If you download the Sleeper app and use code 710, you get $55 in free entries when you play just $5. That's $55 in free entries when you play just $5 with Sleeper Picks. Download the Sleeper app. $55 in free entries when you play $5 for a new user. Do it. We're all doing it. Sleeper Picks, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason
With
and
the
Ireland.
devastating fires that have struck Southern California, there are options for you if you're dealing with food insecurity. It is the LA Regional Food Bank. You can go to lafoodbank.org/fire. We are also looking for collections from you. All kinds of stuff needed for people that are dealing with the fire right now. Please join us in helping our friends and neighbors who are dealing with this tragedy.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
I want to thank them. Without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. Little help like you guys asked for. I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Selmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Shop can't miss deals going on now during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. For a limited time, get a free adjustable stand when you buy a DeWalt 12-inch miter saw. That's a $229 value. Plus, save $680 on a Midea 4-piece kitchen appliance suite. Now just $17.96. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid 1/13 through 1/24. Cannot be combined with additional discounts while supplies last. See store or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
And it is the biggest show on the radio, Mason and Ireland, here each weekday. You know what it's time for? What is this? It's time for Wheel of Questions. Producer Brian Cohen, are you ready with that wheel? Hit it, Jack.
I was going to do it live.
Damn, Brian, I thought I was going to get out of that today.
Show? I got so much positive feedback to the Luke Robitaille show. Everybody loved that show.
He was great.
I got a bunch of feedback on Michael's game. Everybody loved Michael's game yesterday. The one about the acronyms.
The acronyms, yeah.
It was hard.
So, Laura, what you got rolling there?
All right, guys. So all of us have talked about possibly going skydiving, right? Some are more enthusiastic than others on doing it.
I think Mason already paid for it.
I already
and we
paid
never
for
went.
it, and we never went.
I know. I want to go. I still want to go, but some of us have been reluctant to go, and weather and all these other conditions have played a part in that. But I saw that there is a trending video where a person paid to bungee jump off a bridge, and at the last minute, she was like, no, I'm not doing it.
Feet.
She got cold feet. And her instructor pushed her. So
Good.
what do you mean good? I want to know.
He's right.
Good.
If you are in that situation, do you want to let your instructor to push you, or just let you just say, nah, man, I'm good. Like, I already paid for it, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Well, the first thing that popped into my head was, God forbid that jump goes wrong.
Right.
Because isn't that like a walking lawsuit?
Well, sure it is.
Or you sign waivers. You do a whole bunch of things.
Yeah,
like
but when
that.
you sign the waiver, I don't think it says, I want to be pushed out of the plane.
See, now, Laura, here's what's interesting. I'm guessing that woman is now happy that he pushed her because she got the experience.
She is happy, but in the moment she wasn't. But that's my whole point. Like, a lot of people are afraid, because she was saying she was afraid of heights and this is something she wanted to do, blah, blah, blah.
Wait, she's afraid of heights and she elected to go skydiving.
It was too
bungee jumping.
Jump off a bridge, yeah.
But I feel like that if most people say no ahead of time, so they're just used to pushing those people off because 3/4 of people would tell you no.
Yeah, Laura, when we go
point.
skydiving, I'll push you out of the plane.
When we go, I gotta go first. Because if you guys go first, that's when I would get cold feet. Right. As long as I go first, I'll be fine.
All right, I got to go second because I'm in the same way.
Well, wait, Laura, could you even, if we wanted to do it today, could you even go, or is your knee still in rehab?
No, it's still rehabbing. I have therapy.
Yeah, I get a call every once in a while from the skydiving guys. They're like, you paid for this. When are you going to come skydiving? I'm like, we'll come up with a date. It was supposed to be last year. We'll try to do it this year.
After the Lakers season,
after our contracts are up.
That's probably better for us. That's better for ESPN.
Yeah, then you have zero liability.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
That's perfect. After the contract.
Yeah. All right, Laura, thank you very much.
You're welcome.
I wanted to ask about the Lakers and this idea that both AD and LeBron want the Lakers to be aggressive. They favor an all-in approach, according to Jovan Buha, on the trade market. and noted LeBron has never valued picks. Of course, Rob Pelinka's got decisions to make. Whether or not there is a trade out there that makes a lot of sense or puts them in a different stratosphere, takes them out of middle of the pack and puts them more towards championship contender, I'm not sure that move is there. But are you in favor of pushing all your chips to the middle of the table with LeBron and AD and giving up those draft picks and whatever it takes to make this team better?
Personally, I am.
Me too.
But Michael and Mike Trudell are not.
And Bergman.
I am not.
Yeah, so it's like depends who you talk to. I'm always subscribing to the theory that Mace has had his whole life. You're either getting better or you're getting worse.
Yep.
And I don't know. I mean, tomorrow night's going to be a really good test because the Celtics are good.
Yeah.
But then last year, the NBA is so weird. Last year, we go into Boston. In a year they won the title. LeBron and AD both hurt. Neither one of them played. Lakers win by 8. I mean, you can't – you don't want to get too high or too low after one game. But I think we've had enough – 41 games now. I think we've had enough of a sample size. And this team probably, the old Bill Parcells line, you are what your record says you are. They're right in the middle of the pack in the West.
Yeah.
I don't know, even people like Thompson and Trudell who don't want to make trades –
they say no to everything. Yeah,
would be hard pressed to make an argument, and even LeBron talked about it last week, that the Lakers could make a championship run right now. So you either have. There's only two things you can do: take this group and hope they get better, because you're going to be a different team in May than you are in January, or do what they did a few years ago when they blew up the roster mid-season, brought in D'Angelo Russell and Jared Vanderbilt and Rui Hachimura, and made a run to the Western Conference Finals. I would like plan B. Greg, you're more plan A?
I'm more plan A. I mean, LeBron and AD are saying they're one or two pieces away. But, like, what are those two pieces?
Yeah, we don't know. We don't know what the pieces are.
Yeah,
right?
I just don't think they're those pieces. And even if you could get those pieces, you would have to, like John said, blow up your roster. A piece of De'Aaron Fox, like you guys were talking about, blows up your roster.
I would blow up the roster for De'Aaron Fox.
Okay, for De'Aaron Fox it might be, but so is
by the way,
they've
gotten really good now with Doug Christie as head coach.
Yeah,
so I don't think they're moving
doubt
anybody
he moves
but
now.
At one point there was some talk.
So who is that move that would even be worth it to move all these pieces? I just don't think that guy is out there.
All right, let me give you a couple of what ifs.
Okay.
You'd have to give up your number ones, but you could put together a package to go get Brandon Ingram. What do you think of that?
I'm a no.
Why?
Because he's ball dominant. He doesn't move the ball around. He's more of an inside game. He does shoot threes, but he doesn't. I just don't think he fits. You already saw he didn't fit with LeBron originally. I don't think he fits in this.
Yeah, and the other thing is you got to pay him. He's coming up on this deal, so you got to pay him. You can obviously do that, but you're making a commitment. If you're going to trade for Brandon Ingram, you've got to make sure you're going to sign him, because you don't want to give away all the good stuff for a guy that's going to walk away in a year.
Right. Okay. I'll give you a couple more hypotheticals. What if Zion went on the market?
No interest.
No going. Okay.
Too hurt.
All right.
And Ingram too hurt also, by the way.
Ingram also has injury issues, yeah.
Right. But these are the types of players that would make it a difficult
one that popped onto
decision.
the market today, Bruce Brown from Toronto. They've been
they may be able to get him for nothing.
For nothing, yeah. If you get him for nothing, sure, why not? But does that put you into championship contention?
Gives you another wing defender, another shoot. I mean,
great.
Yeah, that's what they need. They need some defense, and he provides that.
Totally agree with that.
Okay, so probably the most disappointing team this year is the Sixers.
Yes.
They have 3 stars: Tyrese Maxey, Paul George, and Joel Embiid. If one of them became available, would you break your rule?
Maxey, Embiid, who's the third?
Paul George.
Paul George. I don't have much interest in Paul George.
And not Joel Embiid either. Give me Maxey, and sure, I'm all in on
Maxey.
Maxey.
Wait a minute.
Embiid's a really hard one because he can't stay healthy, but when he's healthy, he's unstoppable.
He doesn't even like to play basketball, it seems like. He keeps sitting out of games.
Yeah, it's injury management. I think Zion and Embiid are in the same boat.
Yes.
Unbelievable players. Can't count on them with that injury history.
Now, Maxey, if you were able to
they remind
Maxey,
me of?
that would make a lot of sense.
Sure, get me Maxey. I'm all in.
He's the best of the 3 in terms of fits for the Lakers.
You know who Zion and Ingram, or not Zion and Ingram, but who's the other guy? Paul, that's always hurt.
Zion and
Embiid. It reminds me a few years ago when the Lakers had Andrew Bynum.
Mm-hmm.
When he's right, really good. When he's not right, a huge waste of money.
Right.
And the Lakers cut bait on him when they traded for Dwight Howard at exactly the right time. Because once he left here, he was never a force again.
Yeah.
Played a few games in Cleveland.
Yeah.
Got traded to Philly. I don't think he ever played there. And then his career was over.
Yeah.
So these are all things you have to manage.
Right. I mean, those are some names. I don't think there's that big superstar that is going to land here and change the complete but I think nibbling around the edges, you can do something.
So if you go get one of those stars, take a look at this, and this is what makes this conversation complicated. Take a look at the impact players who have moved in the last 3-4 years and look at what teams had to give up to get them. Go back and look at what the Clippers had to give up to get Paul George.
Sure.
Oh, it was like
go
4
back
picks,
and look
3 pick swaps
at what
SGA,
at what the Cavs had to give up to get Donovan Mitchell. And the one that seemingly made no sense, but then it worked, is what the Wolves gave up to get Rudy Gobert. They gave up like 5 players and 4 picks, and then Gobert goes in, and they have the best season they've had in 25 years.
Did
and
they
Gobert
make it to the
wins
finals?
Defensive Player of the Year. Well, they made it to the conference finals.
Yeah, man, Gobert.
You know, so
I'd take the conference finals right now.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you could guarantee me the conference finals, I'd be like,
I don't think you would. In LA, that's not how it works.
Well,
Conference
but I
finals
at least
is
want,
not what we're going for. We're going for a championship.
Correct, but if you're in the conference finals, you got a puncher's chance in the conference finals.
Sure, but all those names that we had, we just went through a bunch of names, and we all said that, no, that probably isn't the right fit for the Lakers. So if you're going to blow up the team, there's nothing out there. In that sense, you should keep everything, and you should keep your picks, keep your the players under contract, the young guys, and start to build for when LeBron is not here in a year or two. I think that makes the most sense, no?
Yeah, but then you're punting on this year.
But, I mean, what is it out there that's going to get this team to a level?
Well, I
This is what we
think
talked about before the season
I think
started.
you need to look at the bigger picture, though, Greg. If you punt on LeBron's window, okay, you've
Is it
got him for
punting?
1 to 2 more years. If you don't go out and get somebody, did you waste LeBron?
No, I mean you got a championship out of him. You had him here for 6 years now. You've blown up the team multiple times with him.
But in Cleveland, he went to the finals every year.
That's
in
the
Miami,
East.
he went to the finals every year.
That's also the East. The East is always a lot easier to get through to the finals. What's happening here and right now? There's nothing out there that is going to take this team from where it is right now to a championship
That doesn't
contender.
mean you shouldn't do. I mean,
small things,
like
sure.
an acquisition of Bruce Brown would make a ton of sense for them.
Sure, you don't have to.
And you don't have to give up so much stuff.
Exactly. Do things around the edges, but that's going to be a move that is going to help you for the future. Where I thought DFS was a move for the future. Whatever you do now, you don't want to get rid of everybody to bring in a Bradley Beal type player because that 3-star system doesn't work anyway.
Yeah, the 3-star system can work, has worked, but it's certainly not working in Phoenix.
Nope,
not working there. And if you're just and
they may try a different 3 stars here within the next couple of weeks.
They very well could. It sounds like Beal could go to Phoenix, and you could see. Beal would go to Milwaukee. Jimmy Butler would go to Phoenix. The outlines.
Then you'd have
trade.
to move someone out of Milwaukee. Would probably the most likely culprits would be Pat Connaughton or Chris Middleton.
Right.
And then they move.
So 3 trades, 3 teams, even 4 teams, at this point. And that's, by the way, where the Lakers might be able to do something, is you get
when all these things start to move.
Those multi-team trades.
That's when the puzzle pieces hit the board.
All right, we are live at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. It is free lunch with our friends from BB Go.
Oh, that reminds me.
Fantastic
Hold on a
dumplings.
second. Curtis, more dumplings.
How many dumplings have you eaten, man?
Hold on.
Look at this. Look at Ireland.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
Oh,
I mean, I got like 5. I can't keep up with
I'm all
Ireland.
about the dumpling.
Oh,
man.
look at the dumpling.
Sign
1 and
sign
1.
me up.
And Curtis, let me go.
Oh, wait,
and
wait,
then
wait,
take
wait,
care,
whoa, whoa,
take
Curtis,
care of
Curtis.
Rick back there. Okay.
Did we give away a pair of tickets for an
We
upcoming
are
Lakers
going
game?
to in this next break.
Okay, in this next break.
This is for the Celtics game tomorrow.
Hey,
This
Chris
is
Ward's
right
here.
now?
Hi, Chris.
This is right now in the break. If you're here, you can win a pair of tickets to Lakers Celtics tomorrow night.
All right. So if you're in the neighborhood, you got to stop by here. We are at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. By the way, Robert Horry is going to be here. Sasha Vujacic is going to be here. Going to be a really fun day. Hope to see you out there. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? It's just better for you. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Waba Grill, it's for you.
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Ortho are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
10 ESPN.
Hey, it's DeMarco. I know a thing or two about Super Bowls. I've been there, won that. If you want to experience the big game like a pro, Absolute Sport has you covered. From premium tickets to exclusive parties to first-class accommodations, their Super Bowl packages are the MVP of the fan experience. Don't sit on the sidelines. Be a part of the action. Go to us.absolute-sport.com. That's ABSOLUT-sport to lock in your spot. Absolute Sport, it's how champions watch the Super Bowl.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Harry Douglas here, and if you're constantly on the go like I am, then earbuds are a priority. That's why you need Technique's new noise-canceling AZ80s. Like you, these buds work as hard as they play. You'll get Technique's legendary high-res audio, along with state-of-the-art noise cancellation, so you can stay in your zone. Visit us.techniques.com/sports to shop for AZ80s now. That's us.technics.com/sports.
Hey guys, it's Cap, and if you're looking to sell your home, call Seller's Advantage. They'll make you a great cash offer with no need for repairs. They buy it as is. With Seller's Advantage, there are no agents. They can close within days, and they buy with cash. They'll even offer a $10,000 advance to help with moving costs and other expenses. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, and visit sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
Hi, it's LeBron. The Lakers play here.
710 ESPN.
KSPN, Los Angeles.
A good karma brands radio station. And it is Mason and Ireland, your Wednesday afternoon. We are broadcasting live from the city of Redondo Beach, the Ralph Supermarket, along with our friends from BBGO and the Lakers, to help victims of the Southern California wildfires. Come on out. Come meet us. Come meet us. We'd love to meet you. And we've got fabulous prizes to give away. More of Mason and Ireland on the road on this Wednesday on 710.
Hi, we are live at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Congratulations to Paul Castellano, who just
Way to go, Paul!
To see Lakers Celtics tomorrow night at Crypto. And if you are in the South Bay, come on over. We're giving away Lakers tickets. You got a chance to win an Austin Reeves autographed jersey, a Rui Hachimura autographed basketball. There's delicious BBGO here. We're collecting items for the LA Regional Food Bank, so non-perishable stuff and toiletries and stuff like that. It is a big day. Want you guys to be part of it. It's the final live show ever in the history of Mason and
get out of here.
Yeah, and we're doing sports graffiti. Laura is going to bring up the calls because she's the only one in the studio. We're all in Redondo Beach. Laura, you ready to go?
I'm ready.
Go for it.
We got Jim. Let's go, Jim. You're on Sports Graffiti.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Great, Jim.
Hey, I no longer live in the area, but our hearts are with everybody going through all of that back in L.A.
Yeah, it's bad.
I do want to say I used to live up in Paso Robles where Sasha's winery is, and everyone should go. There's fantastic wine. I know he's going to be on the show a little bit later.
Yeah, Alexander is the name of his wine, which is Sasha's given name.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's really
very
good.
cool.
He's Alexander Sasha?
No, Sasha's his nickname.
Okay.
Yeah. Hang on,
The
sir,
other
Jim.
quick thing.
Yeah.
The other quick thing is I think the goalpost in the NFL is a different size than college. So you could shrink the NFL and it wouldn't hurt anything around the world.
Okay, there you go. Because if we're doing NFL, if we're only changing NFL, that's easy. It's only 32 stadiums.
Yeah, that's doable. That's
Yeah,
doable.
that's a piece of cake.
Matter of fact, it's only 30 stadiums because the Chargers and the Rams and the Jets and the Giants play in the same one.
Exactly.
Excellent. Yeah, excellent point. And the other thing is you don't have to raise the basket. Just shrink the basket, too. Shrink that thing a couple inches. That'll cut back on scoring because scoring's just off the charts.
Right, but the problem if you do that is
the Laker defense, too.
All right, thanks, Jim, for the phone call. The problem is if you do that.
That'll help the Lakers defense.
If you shrink the hoops, then think about all the basketball hoops all over the world. They're all 10 feet tall with regulation rims.
Right.
So you'd be making that's a material change if you start doing stuff like messing with the rims and messing with the goalposts and everything else like that.
And by the way, goalposts are different sizes and at different levels of football.
When I used to cover the Chargers in San Diego, they would remember John Carney?
Yes.
John Carney they would narrow the goalposts just so when he got to games on Sunday, the goalpost would look super wide.
Super wide, yeah.
Because during the week,
psychological trick.
He would move him in 5 feet on each side and make it more difficult.
Anybody else, Laura?
Yeah, Jay, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Okay, thank you. All right, gentlemen, let me throw out my Laker take.
Okay.
First of all, Rob is not going to do anything because most of these teams are probably asking for Reeves or Connect in any deal, and Pelinka's not going to do that. So LeBron and AD can cry all they want. I mean, I would like to see an upgrade myself, but, as far as like a Zach LaVine that could help this team score when the two of them on the bench, that would be cool. But deals are not going to get done because teams are going to ask for Reeves, and Reeves is not going nowhere. He's a little pot of gold that the Lakers are going to try to hold on to. So thank you very much for your time.
I agree with you. By the way, I think Connect you could trade. Reeves you're not trading. I'm not trading Austin Reeves.
I think it all depends on what you're trading for.
Right.
For example, you said last hour, if De'Aaron Fox became available, then you would consider trading.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. So it really is dependent on who the player happens to be. If this was a partnership and LeBron and AD are saying, let's go all in, I think Rob has does he not have some obligation to try to go all in?
I think he is trying. And if he were here, what he would say is, you can't buy a house that's not for sale.
Right.
So I think a lot of people assume that the Lakers aren't making a trade because they don't want to trade those guys. Sometimes there's just nothing out there to buy.
Right.
And so you got to figure that into the equation too.
And also, for Dalton Connect, you would get rid of Dalton Connect?
Well, it depends on who.
You get rid of him already?
It depends on who.
Sure.
If I had to give up one of those guys in a deal for a meaningful player that I think can contribute, Connect would be the guy I would give up. Obviously not Austin Reeves. Connect is... He has the potential to be a really, really great player. He hasn't shown that yet. He actually had a 34-point game earlier in the year. So he can score and he can shoot. But if I have to move one of those guys in a trade to make the team better, it's Connect and not Austin Reeves, and I move.
Sure, but at the same time, Dalton Connect makes very little money, whereas you need to move Austin Reeves to make money work if you do want to make that move. Otherwise, you have to start getting rid of other contracts.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there are contracts that are movable on that roster.
And I think
Vincent and Rui and all these contracts are movable and of the right size to move.
The younger portion of this team, I don't feel should be the ones that go right now. It's because we don't have a lot that can even be moved, and that's why these things that you're talking about where you can't move anybody. There's nobody to actually move to get somebody. There's no pieces that the other teams want out of the Lakers right now.
Well, they want the picks, and the Lakers could trade those number one picks. But again, you, Greg, like you're saying, I wouldn't trade any of the young guys.
No.
You're getting into Thompson and Trudell territory now, where you're saying no to everything if it involves a young guy. What if it's for a really good another young guy?
Sure. If
De'Aaron Fox isn't even 30.
No, yeah, I would make moves for De'Aaron Fox. It all depends on who it happens to be. I also don't think Sacramento's making any trade.
I don't either.
No, not the way they're playing now.
Right.
They rattle off 9 out of 10 with Doug Christie as head coach, so they're not going anywhere.
They're not going anywhere.
By the way, you know
who
who
the right guy?
They're 9 out of 10. You know the one game they lost was against the Lakers.
Oh, wow.
Doug's first game as a head coach, the Lakers beat him in Sacramento.
Laura, you want to get another one?
Sure, we got a few. Keisha, you're on Sports Graffiti. Go.
Hi, guys. I'm just a little tired of the LeBron window, I have to be honest. I'm a diehard Laker fan. I've been a diehard fan my entire life up until this season. I hadn't missed a game since 2003. I say this because LeBron isn't young anymore. He's kind of passive. Like, I don't see us winning with LeBron, so I feel like it should be about the name on the front of the jersey, not the name on the back of the jersey. So instead of trying to blow up the team and give away our picks to please LeBron, how come we won't just keep our pick and build for the future and wait till until LeBron is gone? I mean, if we trade anyone, let's trade LeBron and see what we can get for LeBron. So we can
LeBron's got a no trade, but I totally get that. That sentiment is out there.
What Michael Wilbon has been suggesting for 6 months is that LeBron should go to the Warriors.
Waive his no trade and go to the Warriors.
And then the Lakers can start their rebuild. The problem is, I don't think Laker fans would put up with a long rebuild. I just don't. It's a star-driven town. I was announcing games for 6 years at the end of Kobe's career when they were winning 20 games a year, and everybody hated it.
But there's going
and that's what you go back to if you trade LeBron.
But there's going to be an end of LeBron.
Yeah.
And the question is, what is the next day? What's the next day after it's the end of LeBron?
Well, that's why if you go out and get another star, you could pair the star with
Correct.
Anthony Davis and keep going. But I just, if you take Greg's position, which is don't trade the young guys, don't necessarily make a trade just to make a trade, the flip side of that is you're accepting the team you have now.
This is what we argued in summer before the season even started, was what to do with LeBron, all those kinds of things, is that his window is very, very small.
Probably 2 years.
Probably 2 years. And, yes, he plays at a high level still, but you're not getting to a finals. There's nothing out there that's going to get us to those finals. So if it makes sense and he waives his trade clause,
See, I got to be honest. I don't think the finals are impossible.
Well, come on, man.
No, I don't. I don't. Wait, they're the 6th seed. They're going to finish with 45, 46 wins. They're going to be obviously avoiding potentially the play-in tournament. If there's one player out there, I would go and get that one player.
I would too.
If that player is out there, but again, we don't know who that player is because there's nobody that actually makes sense. And also, we watched them against the Clippers. We watched them against the Warriors. We watched them, not the Warriors, the Wizards. They have not looked good in these games. It was a 9-point game
so
in the fourth quarter
flip
against
this
that
on you.
terrible team yesterday.
If accepting your premise that they don't look good or that they're not a good team or not good enough to make a championship run.
They are not.
Why are you advocating to stand pat?
No, because I'm looking towards the future. Because you're talking about moving. Well, who
you
cares?
got LeBron for 1 to 2 years.
I'm not worried about LeBron anymore. I'm worried about this team and where we're going to be next year and the year after that and the year after that.
Yeah, I refuse to believe that LeBron James cannot lead a team to a championship. I think if you find the right player, if you move all your chips to the middle of the table, which is what LeBron is asking for, you do it.
It depends on who that person is,
sure.
but you move all those chips, and you move Rui and Austin and Dalton Connect and your 2 first-round picks.
Depends for who.
That's what it will probably
Depends
be.
For who.
That's essentially what it is. You're getting rid of everybody. So when you do that, then when LeBron leaves in 1 to 2 years, 2 years, let's say the most, you're disastrous.
Okay,
you have nothing.
Wait a minute. Let's say you do that trade, the one your hypothetical trade. Let's say you do that for Trae Young.
Okay. Trae Young.
Yeah.
All right. So
they're playing well though.
Right. But then you have Trae Young and AD to lead you into the future. It's those two things you're arguing about are not mutually exclusive. You can make a trade depending on who the guy is that would help you for the future. You just can't trade him. I wouldn't trade for Jimmy Butler.
No.
I see that side of your. I'm not sure what Phoenix is doing because
they have a window right now.
Well, so do we.
Well,
they're going with that window of KD. They think that the 3-star system is going to work. We know the 3-star system doesn't work for this team. We tried it with Russell Westbrook.
Well,
it was a disaster.
I think it works with the right guy. They just didn't. They put their money on the wrong horse there.
Yeah,
Westbrook never fit. By the way,
and Greg, we're playing the Celtics tomorrow night. They have 4 stars, and the 1 star they don't have, the one non-All-Star, is Derek White, and he's pretty good.
He's playing very well. I mean, I would consider.
But Drew Holiday, former All-Star. Chris Epsterzingis, former All-Star. Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, current All-Stars. They got it right.
You're using a team that actually kind of fits into what I'm thinking. You're talking about the Celtics, who did it the right way. They traded everything away. They traded Paul Pierce and Kevin Garnett and Rondo, and they moved it all. They moved all of it to get picks to be able to build themselves, and they built it right back up to this.
Yeah, but look at what they did in the last 2 years. Last year, when they had to go out and get people, they went out and got Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis, and it won them a title. Yeah. That's what we need to do. We need to figure out who's this year's Drew Holiday and Kristaps Porzingis.
Sure, if you can get that, that's fantastic. But you're talking about the Celtics that have Jason Tatum and Jaylen Brown, who were in their mid-20s when that happened, opposed to LeBron, who's 40.
He's 40, but he's not playing another triple-double last night.
Yeah, he's also turning the ball over like crazy.
The whole team kind of is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think the suggestion that the Lakers can get better right now, I think is still a live possibility. I still think it's a live possibility.
If it happens, that would be wonderful.
What about Colin Sexton in Utah?
Like him.
They're shopping him.
Could probably get him and not give up the farm. The issue is, does he make you better or worse defensively? Because the Lakers are bad on defense right now.
Right.
And teams are targeting Austin. Austin is really good on the offensive end, and he works really hard on defense, but they're putting him in pick and rolls and targeting him. And, that's why DeJounte Murray would have been an interesting move. And
really
you could really
would have loved it.
You could still really go and make a run at him because New Orleans isn't going anymore.
Is he injured right now? He
played the other night.
He's playing.
Good.
But, as a matter of fact, that whole roster has 4 or 5 people. Now, I don't know how likely they would be to deal with the Lakers since we got AD from them. But – you look at C.J. McCollum, you look at Ingram, you look at
McCollum. I like.
I don't think they would trade Trey Murphy, but maybe. But
they just signed him, I think.
DeJounte Murray, yeah. I mean, I think
DeJounte Murray's a nice.
That's
player.
an interesting thing. He's a two-way player.
He may lead the league in steals. I don't know off the top of my head, but he's a steals machine too.
So you could have made that deal last year, I think, when they traded him to when he was with Atlanta, and they didn't want to move Austin Reeves. So this means that you'd probably be moving Austin.
We're not
Reeves.
moving Austin Reeves.
So then DeJounte Murray is most likely out.
I don't know. Does Colin Sexton make? Does
Colin Sexton move you into the next
I'm at 15.
level?
I'm trying to get to 20.
I think it makes us better.
Better?
This is good.
In a conference, by the way, where it's OKC and everybody else.
1,
I don't
2,
think when it comes down to it, they're going
3.
Yeah, they're talking
4.
Yeah, there's 2. John's eating dumplings.
5.
4, 5
All right,
6,
if I
7.
eat these 5, I get to 20.
All right, nice.
I'll take a dumpling.
Ireland's pounding the dumplings.
I would have beat Ireland.
We are live at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Thank you very much for all you guys being here. We appreciate you. Sasha Vujacic is going to be here. So is Robert Horry. We'll hang out with those guys a little bit. We're giving away Lakers tickets. We're giving away an Austin Reeves autographed jersey, a Rui Hachimura autographed basketball. We're collecting items for the LA Regional Food Bank, non-perishable food items, and toiletries and stuff like that. It's all happening. Ralph's in Redondo Beach, Hawthorne Boulevard. Want to see you out here. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN. All right.
The Kings are back at Crypto.com Arena tonight, where they've been the best home team in the NHL this season.
Beats Spence to the blue line. The middle for Kempe. Those two want to switch. Kempe to the near side. Hands it to Kopitar. Back for Kempe. One-timer off the crossbar. You heard that ping from everywhere in the building. Kopitar to Kempe. Shoots! Scores! They went right to the same play. Off the crossbar. Back to Kempe. And then bar down and in. It's 3 straight games with a power play goal.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know,
ESPN LA and Beverly Hills Orthodontics are teaming up because we want to know who's smiling in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. This can be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, a youngster who brightens your day. Tell us who's smiling and you could win some awesome prizes like sweet tickets for ESPN LA, Sonic Care Electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, and a grand prize of Invisalign from Beverly Hills Ortho. Enter now at ESPNLA.com and remember you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Orthodontics.
We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at. You know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here. Inside Crypto.com, and I just want to take a second
or call
to thank all the first responders, the firefighters. I'm going to take another direction here, talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout-out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires.
Hey guys, it's Sedano at Los Angeles International Airport. Changes are arriving daily to help reduce traffic, save travelers' time, and transform the travel experience. The LAX Economy parking structure is now open with thousands of smart parking spaces, as well as hundreds of EV charging stations. Modernized terminals have biometric gates for faster boarding, and in the future, the People Mover train will connect travelers to LA Metro. For more information, go to their website, flylax.com/transforminglAX. That's fly
in SoCal. Go to ESPNLA.com and nominate who you think is making LA a better place. Could be a mentor, a teacher, a coach, a good Samaritan, or you could nominate yourself. You could win prizes like sweet tickets, Sonic Care electric toothbrushes, whitening treatment, or the grand prize, Invisalign. Enter now at ESPNLA.com, and remember, you're always smiling at Beverly Hills Ortho.
This the talking part?
Hey, this is the talking part of the radio show. We were just doing
Thank you, Rick.
And pictures with people, and nice to see Kevin Reese and his lovely wife, Kathy, here.
Kevin's birthday today. Happy birthday, Kevin.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And we're live at
I heard a rumor that Robert Horry is on the premises.
Robert Horry, somewhere around here.
He's
probably making a shot even as we speak.
Yeah, in Ralph's.
In Ralph's, making a shot. And we got Lakers tickets we're giving away. We gave away a pair for Lakers Celtics. We got a couple of pair coming up for Lakers and Indiana, which I think is a Saturday afternoon.
Yeah, 1 o'clock.
The 8th of February.
And we've also got two. When are we doing the baskets thing?
That's at the end.
At the end.
That's the end. 2:30. We're doing that at 2:30.
Okay,
yes.
we're going to do some prices right for an Austin Reeves autographed jersey and a Rui Hachimura autographed basketball. So, did a lot of Lakers. I want to ask you this. David Sampson is a former Major League Baseball executive.
He's the guy who's on with Levitard all the time.
Yes.
Yeah.
He says, the Dodgers have simply gone too far. They've deferred over $1 billion. The Dodgers are deferring so much money, not just this offseason with Blake Snell. It started really with Freddie Freeman, Mookie Betts, and Teoscar Hernandez. They found a way to make it work. The rest of baseball continues to be upset, and they must address it. Now, is there a way for baseball to address what the Dodgers are doing right now, stacking their team?
Well, I think what he's suggesting is to make deferred money illegal, and I think that's stupid.
Yeah, other teams have deferred money.
Right. Any team can do what the Dodgers did.
Yep.
And so for people to come out and say, well, Dodgers are ruining baseball. Dodgers are bad for baseball. Look at Sasaki. Sasaki got offered more money to go to the Cubs. He wants to come to the Dodgers because of the way they do things.
Right.
And
yeah, well, you sent a story today. One of the things that Sasaki did when he was looking for a team is to all of the teams that were interested, he said, my fastball velocity is down.
Right.
Tell me why and how I fix it.
And how you would address it.
And he was most satisfied by the Dodgers' answer.
What is funny about that is that he went around to all these teams, got their answers and all the reasons to be able to fix it, and then went to the Dodgers.
Right. But I think he felt most comfortable with the Dodgers are going to go with the six-man rotation. The Dodgers are going to, they've had so many injuries that they're knee-deep in trying to protect pitchers' arms now. Was it you, Mason, said the other day nobody threw more than 150 innings
nobody
last
threw
year?
more than 150. I don't expect it this year. I mean, I agree with Travis. Nobody's going to even start 20 games for the Dodgers.
No,
maybe
not.
Snell.
Maybe
Snell.
But
Snell's
that's
kind of
going to be like on the cusp.
Yeah, exactly. I need. What could baseball do? They could outlaw deferred money. I suppose they could. I don't think the Dodgers care about a luxury tax threshold. They're like $300 million.
Clearly they don't.
$300 million in luxury tax they're paying right now. I mean, they're just – here's the thing. if you're a professional sports franchise, you want your team to be owned by somebody with a lot of money.
Deep pocket.
Not somebody who it's their family business. You want somebody who it's a hedge fund, it's Guggenheim, it's Steve Cohen, it's these guys with tons of money who just don't give a damn. And I think that's what you want in terms of major. Now, one thing I'll suggest for Major League Baseball, and this would make a difference, I think they should install a salary floor.
Yes.
You have to spend at least this much money. You can't do what the A's did and have
I thought they had one.
No, there is no salary floor.
Really?
And some team, like the A's had a salary comparable, less than Shohei's.
It was like
$45
million.
Yeah, it was like $45 million. Shohei made more than the entire A's roster last year.
The Orioles did that.
He was probably worth more than the entire A's roster
he
last
definitely was.
But like the Orioles did that for a little while. A lot of teams went deep. So I'm totally with you. A salary floor would actually make a difference. Like $100 million is the lowest. What I wonder about these deferrals, though, is I don't know what the amount of money being spent in the 90s for the Yankees was, but they were spending a lot of money on their guys. They were the evil empire that the Dodgers are now. So we're doing the same thing that the Yankees did in the 90s. We're just doing it at a higher level because it's things like we're spending $1 billion on a player or $700 million. They weren't doing that back then.
Well,
the numbers were lower.
We all didn't know what everybody was making back. Now we know what every single player
Man, is that
doing.
an ugly sweatshirt, Daryl?
Oh,
that is ugly.
Daryl, wow.
Daryl, look at you.
Wow, in the red pants. Dude.
So it was just different back then. But it's the same thing as the Yankees.
Right. Nobody knows what Scott Brocious was making.
No.
They didn't speculate about what Jeter was making. We didn't know salaries then the way we know salaries now.
Here's why I think it's unfair to say that the Dodgers are ruining baseball. What the Dodgers are doing, any other team could do or could have done. There's nothing stopping them. The Dodgers just thought of it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Andrew Friedman's really smart. He was at the game last night.
Well, Roki was there.
Yeah. There are a bunch of Dodgers there. But to me, I'm anxious, and we talk about this a lot on the show over the years. The team with the highest payroll, and even the team with the best record, doesn't always win the World Series.
Six times in the last 25 years.
Yeah. So I mean, more times than not, they don't. So it's no lock that the Dodgers are going to go back to back here. They're going to be favored to do it, but they still got to play the games.
Yeah, and but I'll tell you, this is as close to invincible as a team can be.
It really
John,
is.
This is
In
as
every
close
sense.
to invincible as a team can be. Like, I don't think it's just a crapshoot anymore.
No.
I'd be really surprised if the Dodgers don't win the World Series with the way they've loaded up.
I'm with you because even if a big name I don't want to put names out there, but if a big name gets hurt, they have somebody else to fill right in behind them.
Absolutely.
They are backed up 2-3 levels at this point.
By the way, pitching deep, bullpen deep.
Somebody, I just got a text from somebody who's kind of in the know, and they say, and if this is true, it's just super smart.
It's really genius.
That what Mark Walter is doing is deferring all this money, and then if he sells the team in 10 years, he doesn't have to pay any of it. The new owners would have to pay it. Which is, and if he walks away with 4 or 5 World Series, it's just brilliant.
Yeah,
that's great.
You basically put it on layaway, and then you didn't even have to pay.
Yeah, but you're also making so much money right now.
Yeah, they are making a ton. I mean,
hand over fist.
International endorsements, all that
TV
stuff
money from Japan. Like, you're getting it from everywhere right now.
It's just outrageous how profitable.
Well, now
the Dodgers are.
we have such a strong Asian presence on the Dodgers. I wouldn't be surprised if all their games are not going to be on TV in Japan next year.
I would think so, yeah. I would think so.
It was. Last year they were all on Japan.
Every game?
Half the starting rotation is Japanese.
Yep.
Yeah.
I think.
Or, if they go 6-man,
they go
three out of
6-man.
the 6.
So behind home plate and every stadium they put those, like the boards behind there that are not.
Advertising boards.
It's advertising boards that are just for TV only.
Yes.
It's all Japanese.
It is.
A lot of times when the Dodgers play there, and that's all part of that.
That and Forest Lawn. For some reason, when you go to Dodger Stadium, they really want to sell you a plot of land so you can be buried later
by the way,
I'm
not falling for that crap. I'm getting cremated. How about you?
I say put me in a cardboard box and burn it up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Thank you.
I don't want to be saddling
ground.
my family with, thousands of dollars for the
those are expensive
caskets.
See, I come from a family where everybody prior to me they had a viewing. They had, it's so weird. The idea of a viewing is just ridiculous, I think.
No, not anymore.
It's so weird.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to do it anymore.
Greg, That's what you're shooting for. 20.
Oh, man.
Okay,
I got 20 samples. Done now.
What do we got here? 3, 6, 8. You are just killing me. That's a lot still.
It's a lot of dumplings.
That's a lot of dumplings.
A lot of dumplings. I'm on.
Look at all these
I only had 3. Yeah, Ireland's got forks and spoons.
That is no joke, Ireland.
All right, so I've set the mark. I will, of course.
Is that the record? Are you done?
I think I'm done. But if Greg catches me or gets close, I'll go back.
How many are you at?
20.
So that's
You've eaten 20 dumplings?
I've eaten 20 samples. So I think I've done 11 dumplings and 9 rice.
All right, I got 7 dumplings. Can I get 4 more in?
Is that the?
Well, no, you got to get to 20.
I'm not doing
20.
the rice.
Well, then you got to eat 20 dumplings.
Yeah, 20
that's too many. That's too many.
All right,
I'll get to 10.
Give them to me. I'll eat them.
All right, if you want to win Lakers tickets, you want to be at Ralph's in Redondo Beach where we are right now. If you want to meet Robert Horry and Sasha Vujacic, those guys are coming by. And we're giving away an Austin Reeves autographed jersey, a Rui Hachimura autographed basketball, all kinds of stuff. We're collecting items for the LA Regional Food Bank. Thank you very much to everybody who's brought stuff out here. Appreciate that. Non-perishable food items and toiletry, stuff like that. And we'll get, I think, Robert Horry's coming up next. In the meantime, when you call Jacob, you always tell him Mason and Shadano from 710 ESPN sent you. So my friend Jacob is concerned about the citizens of Southern California who've been impacted by the fires. So many lives turned upside down. If this has happened to you or somebody you love, call Jacob, whether it's an injury related to the fire or property damage or evacuation costs. Give Jacob a call so he can work directly with the insurance company on your behalf. Even if you unfortunately lost a pet to the fires, call Jacob. As we're witnessing, fires can change lives in an instant. If you've been injured or you're dealing with damage to your property, call Jacob. His guidance will allow you to focus on yourself and your family while Jacob helps to get you the compensation that you deserve. So if you or a loved one was injured or suffered property damage because of the fires, call Jacob for a free case review. That's 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB. 844-24-JACOB, or remember, calljacob.com. Jacob and his team are here to help. Together, he'll help you rebuild. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greeny.
I'd never met Michael Cooper, and he was the co-host of the show with Rob Fukuzaki, and they bring me on for the segment. And as I'm walking to go onto the set, Michael Cooper starts breaking my chops about Arcadia High School. Keep in mind, I've never met him, spoken to him, nothing. He's like, oh, Apache in the house. Man, we used to kill you guys. And I'm like, wait, and I knew in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, that's right. He went to Pasadena High School. He's a PHS Bulldog, Arcadia High, Pasadena High, in the same league. And so instantly I'm like, well, yeah, because in basketball, you had guys like you at PHS, and our basketball team had guys like me at Arcadia High. In baseball, we had a much better, and so we were going back and forth. But it was a great moment. Like, no wonder everybody loves this guy.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
Hey, everybody, it's Cap. Are you looking to sell your home quickly and easily without having to do the repairs yourself or worry about whether or not buyers can qualify for new high interest rate loans? You need to call Seller's Advantage. Thousands of satisfied customers have already done this. They're the go-to choice for homeowners looking to sell their homes fast. Seller's Advantage will buy your home for a competitive cash offer and can close in just days. Not weeks, not months, days. No repairs are needed because they buy the home as is. They have an A+ rating with the Better Business Bureau. It's no wonder why thousands of sellers have chosen Seller's Advantage. Seller's Advantage is the fastest and the most stress-free way to sell your home. If you're ready to sell now, call Seller's Advantage. Get a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-AS-IS, 888-390-2747, sellersadvantage.com.
Don't worry, sell happy with Seller's Advantage.
In tough times, no one stands alone. The recent wildfires have deeply impacted our LA community, leaving many of our neighbors facing unimaginable hardship. If you're feeling anxious, overwhelmed, or just need someone to talk to, hope is just a call away. Call the LA County Department of Mental Health's 24/7 helpline at 1-800-854-7771 for free emotional support, service referrals, or crisis counseling, or visit dmh.lacounty.gov/gethelpnow/. We're in this together, LA. Stay strong.
life insurance. Why are you putting it off? Can't afford it? Too much hassle? Think you don't need it? There's lots of excuses for putting off life insurance. But if you weren't there, who would pay the mortgage and other bills? With Ethos, you could be covered in 10 minutes and boom, family protected. Ethos, fast and easy online term life insurance. Up to $2 million in coverage with no medical exam. Some policies as low as $1 a day. Answer a few health questions and get your free quote at getethos.com. That's getethos.com.
Time out. Your body goals don't have an off season. GNC is ready to help you get a stronger start on the new year with help building more muscle and proven weight loss support. Need a boost? We're ready with GNC vitamins for your longest winter days. Want the best energy drinks? They're at GNC. Never tried creatine before? Get ready to be amazed. GNC coaches are ready to help you in stores everywhere, and you can shop our full collection of flavors and online exclusives at GNC.com. GNC, live well.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Wednesday afternoon. We are broadcasting live from the city of Redondo Beach, the Ralph Supermarket, along with our friends from BBGO and the Lakers, to help victims of the Southern California wildfires. Come on out. Come meet us. Come meet us. We'd love to meet you. And we've got fabulous prizes to give away. More of Mason and Ireland on the road on this Wednesday on 710.
From Redondo Beach, and we have got Robert Horry with us right now. Big Shot Rob. What are you doing, Rob?
Just hanging out with the Lakers and BBGO, doing a little shopping, trying to figure out what's going on in this mad world.
Yeah. You know, I was thinking about it the other day that you played with Kobe. This is the anniversary of Kobe's 81-point game. It happened 19 years ago today. When Sasha gets here, I'm going to tell him, hey, you and Kobe combined for 84 points that day. but you played with Kobe and you played against Kobe. Mm-hmm. What stood out to you more than anything else about his game and about his competitiveness?
I think what stood out the most was his willingness to get better. I played with some superstars in this game, and once you get to a certain level, you kind of taper off and just be that guy. Kobe was always evolving as a player. He kept getting better. You know, we used to always mess with him and say, you can do a certain thing, because he would be in the gym that next day working on that. He didn't want to have any flaws in his games. And if you look at the history of the game and you look at all the great players, you know, there's only been about 4 or 5 guys that had no chink in their game, and Kobe was one of them.
Yeah. You know, I'm curious about you. I mean, Big Shot is in your name. You made some unbelievable shots in your – I'm wondering, do you think that's something you were born with, that clutchy gene, or is that something that was a habit you developed over the course of your career?
I think you're born with it, you know, and it's just weird. I go back to most of my career. You go back to high school, I missed a free throw. We lost the game, and after that, I didn't miss many shots. I remember making a shot in college from half court to win a game, and I've just been blessed by, you know, the man above to put me in situations that have that knack to end the game in our favor, you know. But it did cost me a lot of money the last one I missed in the Laker uniform. We were playing the Spurs, but other than that, I guess you can only make so many, right?
Yeah, right.
Oh,
right.
You made plenty.
You made lots.
You know, I always wondered about that. You've hit so many big shots, and you did it in 3 different places. For people who don't know, Rob won rings in Houston, won them with the Lakers, then went to the Spurs, kept winning rings. He's got 7 of them. I asked your old friend Sam Cassell, who you played with in Houston once, I said, Sam, if the world depended on it, okay, the world ends if we don't have a shot, and you're out there with Michael Jordan, Kobe Bryant, Dirk Nowitzki, and Tim Duncan, who do you want to take the last shot to save the world? And without hesitation, he went, me. Did you kind of feel the same way? Did you want the ball in those? If they doubled Shaq and doubled Kobe, I knew where the ball was going.
Yes.
Did you know where it was going? Did you feel like, just get me the ball and a clean look and we'll win?
Yes, I did. I felt that way every time. If you even, you know, the most famous shot that people know me from is when we beat Sacramento Kings. Kobe was supposed to kick that back.
Right.
You know, but he went to the rack. And everybody was like, why were you standing out there? Because Kobe's going to kick that back. I had the confidence Kobe's going to get it to me.
And it landed right at your waist.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And so, I will agree with Sam totally. If me and Sam standing out, Sam, come on, you know, give me the ball and get it away. You know, I got to save the world. You know?
Well, and Olajuwon was on that team.
Yeah.
You know, so, I mean, but I think that's unique to guys like you know, what I used to call irrational confidence.
Yeah.
And, Rob, you told me once, back when I was covering you as a player, I said, if you miss 10 shots in a row in a game, do you stop shooting? And you went, no, I shoot more, because shooters shoot, right?
Yes. And for me, it's the fact of getting the shots up. You know, you have those nights where you kind of know you're off, and you get to the rack.
Right.
Because you just want to see it go through. And for me, even when I started being called big shot, when I was back in the Houston Rockets uniform and I was 0 for 9 and make one shot in the playoffs.
And it would win the game, man.
Yeah, win the game. You got to believe in yourself. And that's the one thing about being a professional athlete, being whatever it is you do in life. You got to have that confidence in yourself. And I believe that most guys who are very confident players, don't worry about anything, are the best players. Because you can always see the guys on a different team who the ball's going to if they're confident or not. You know, like you take, someone outside of the Lakers organization like Dame Lillard. He's probably the most confident guy you're going to see. He's one of those guys that make more clutch shots against anybody. So who guys that you have to cover because they're so confident that they're going to make the shot.
You played for two of the greatest coaches in the history of the game, Phil Jackson and Greg Popovich. How would you compare the Phil culture to the Pop culture?
It's pretty much the same.
Really?
If you look at the history of coaches that have won multiple championships, I'm not going to count these coaches only won one.
Yeah.
But they have something in common. That's believed in their team, wanting the team to play good defense, and more importantly, communication. Mm-hmm. You want the guys to be able to talk to one another and not have issues because at the end of the day, this is your extended family.
Right.
And families have conversations. Families have those hard conversations. You always hear about teams having like team meetings.
Yep.
Even the good teams have team meetings because you can see where you start to steer wrong. You see where you got to smack Shaq upside the head and say, stop doing so stuff. You got to smack Kobe upside the head and say, stop shooting so much. You got to have these strong conversations with your teammates. But at the end of the day, they're going to respect you for it and they're going to love you even more.
Yeah. All right, Rob, later today we're going to ask everybody to play Prices Right.
Uh-huh.
We're giving away a lot of Laker prizes. So we're going to give you a shot. We'll just do my cart. There are 10 items in this cart, okay? 3 cans of chunky soup.
Delicious.
2 cases of BB-Go rice, about that size.
Can't live without that.
Okay. BB-Go Korean BBQ marinade.
Delicious.
Yep.
Apple cinnamon oatmeal.
Yep.
The unhealthiest collection of cereal
I
ever.
like that.
Fruit Loops, Frosted
Variety
Flakes,
box.
Cocoa Krispies, and Corn Pops, and a case of Smart Water, or in Mason and I's case, we call it Stupid Water because nothing will make us smart. 10 items, Rob. Take a shot. How much?
Well, when you retire and you like to cook like I do, you shop a lot. So I can tell you Smart Water.
Oh, I left one thing out. These 2.
Yeah, that's
granola bars.
Oh, yeah,
granola bars. So you're going to say like 25, 30, 40, 50, 60. I'm going to say $65.
Okay. So that's and you can figure that in. Rob, who shops a lot, says 65. Mason's got
I've got a
case of Gatorade.
Yep, Gatorade.
Several corn goods, bag of beef jerky.
Beef jerky.
4 cans of kernel corn.
Corn.
Again, 10 items. What do you think?
That was about $55.
Okay.
All right. That's the more expensive one.
Okay. So there's some advice for you guys if you're guessing.
You love doing the TV stuff? You're so good on there, man.
I love doing the TV stuff, man, because we get to talk about basketball. You get to sit around with Big Game James, Allie Clifton, Geeter, and that guy. I think his name is Mike Bresnahan?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Bresnahan.
So we have so much fun, man. We have fun.
We need to keep Brez in the studio, Rob. Every time he comes with us, the Lakers lose. And every time Allie comes, they win.
Yes.
So keep Brez. Chain Brez to the desk.
Brez is like the Ringo of that group.
You know what he is? He's the cooler.
The problem is
he's the cooler,
What's the Lakers' records in the Showtime jerseys?
Not good.
They haven't won a game yet.
Not good.
Put those away.
They need to put those away.
Exactly.
They need to let me design the next uniform, and I guarantee you they win championship.
That's not the worst thing in the world, I'll tell you that. Hey, a lot of people here want to talk to you. It's so good to see you. Thanks for coming down and doing this.
Yeah.
Great to see you.
Appreciate
it, man. Thank you very much. Robert Horry, the great Robert Horry. We're coming right back into some What's Up Fool. Again, if you are in the neighborhood of the South Bay, you want to come to Ralph's in Redondo Beach, where we are. We've got BB-Go, delicious dumplings. Ireland has eaten most of them.
20.
Collecting items
20, Bergman.
LA
That's what you got to go for.
Food bank, non-perishable items, and toiletries. We've got Lakers tickets that we're going to give away.
In this next break right now.
Right now. So you got to be present to win the Lakers tickets. We're going to give those away next. Also, we're going to spend a segment making fun of Clipper Darrell. So make sure you stay tuned for that. Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
All right, time to tell you about ZipRecruiter. A lot of people out of work, a lot of people looking for jobs. If you are hiring, please use this ZipRecruiter website. You can use it for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter uses an algorithm to help you find the most qualified candidates fast. How fast? 4 out of 5 employers who post on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within 1 day. So check them out today. Use that website for free. ZipRecruiter.com/LA. Again, that's ZipRecruiter.com/LA. ZipRecruiter, the smartest way to hire.
Redondo and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason in Ireland.
One of the iPhones that is shooting video in the studio is receiving a call.
Well, no, it's on the iCloud account.
Oh, is that the story?
Yeah.
I could never live without my phone for 3 hours.
You do know how the iCloud works, right, Kat?
Not really. Not exactly.
You don't know how the cloud works?
Not really.
I mean, it's basically a place where it saves your information.
With the devastating fires that have struck Southern California, there are options for you if you're dealing with food insecurity. It is the LA Regional Food Bank. You can go to lafoodbank.org/fire. We are also looking for collections from you. All kinds of stuff needed for people that are dealing with the fire right now. Please join us in helping our friends and neighbors who are dealing with this tragedy.
On 710 ESPN.
Travis Matthew, an apparel brand deeply rooted in Southern California, is here to support our LA community and those affected by the destruction across the cities we love so much. Right now, their Topanga and Century City retail locations are offering free Travis Matthew products to help those affected by the Southern California wildfires. Can't make it to the stores? Discounts are also available by reaching out to their customer service team. Stay updated on Travis Matthew's donation and volunteer efforts by following @TravisMatthew on social media.
Progressive knows finding your new home was a dream come true. You wanted it close to town with a picture window overlooking a yard. And you found it. Now, when you sit down to dinner, you've got front row seats too. Your neighbor's daily pickleball game. Progressive can't save you from your noisy neighbors, but we can save you money when you bundle your home and auto with us. Get a quote at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company, affiliates, and other insurers not available in all states.
Old Spice Swagger Body Wash will make you the MVP of freshness and confidence. With its irresistible scent, it will transform your shower experience, leaving you feeling fresh on and off the field. Pair it with Old Spice Swagger Deodorant, the #1 aluminum-free brand that keeps you feeling like a Super Bowl champion 24/7 when used daily. But don't wait. This dynamic duo is available at Costco for a limited time only. Old Spice, official deodorant partner of the NFL and Super Bowl 59, where freshness meets football greatness.
At Hyundai, we make a big deal about the little things, like the little fact that 9 Hyundai vehicles have earned IIHS top safety picks this year, and offering a little thing called America's Best Warranty, because delivering safety and quality, pretty big deal. Visit your nearest Hyundai dealer today. Hyundai, there's joy in every journey.
Right now, for a limited time only, get 2.49% APR for 60 months on the Hyundai Tucson. See your local Hyundai dealer today. Offers end January 31st. Call 562-314-4603 for details.
Prescriptions require an online consultation with a healthcare provider who will determine if appropriate. Restrictions apply. See website for details and important safety information. Price varies based on product and subscription plan.
Hey guys, let's talk ED, because millions of men experience it. Did you know that 1 in 4 people seeking treatment for ED are under 40? So you're not alone. And even better, Hims can help. Find the ED treatment that fits your needs at up to 95% less than the brand names when you get started at hims.com/joy. It all starts with an online intake form. From there, a medical provider licensed in your state will determine if ED treatment is right for you. Through hims.com, you can access a full range of treatment options for ED, including daily or as-needed meds through a 100% online process. If prescribed, your medication is shipped to you for free. Millions of men experience ED, but Hims can help. To start your free online visit and save up to 95%, go to hims.com/joy. That's hims.com/joy for your free online visit. hims.com/joy.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Wednesday afternoon. We are broadcasting live from the city of Redondo Beach, the Ralph Supermarket, along with our friends from BBGO and the Lakers, to help victims of the Southern California wildfires. Come on out. Come meet us. Come meet us. We'd love to meet you. And we've got fabulous prizes to give away. More of Mason and Ireland on the road on this Wednesday on 710.
What's Up, Fool is brought to you by Dos Hombres Mezcal. It's fate. It's friendship. It's mezcal. Dos Hombres.
Hey, guys. How's the remote
right.
over there?
Hey. What's up,
It's
Laura?
good, Laura.
Hey, great crowd
Hi,
out
Laura.
here. Redondo Beach, Ralph's, BB Go, Lakers tickets, collecting great items for the L.A. Regional Food. I'm sorry you're missing it, Laura.
Oh, it's
we're
all good.
we're having a blast.
I'm just kind of wishing I had that dumplings challenge.
Yeah, the dumplings are good.
I'm up to 21, Laura.
He's eating 21 dumplings.
I'm catching up. I'm at 11 now.
Okay.
Oh, that's not bad. I
Right,
definitely
And you've
could
got an
not.
hour and 12 minutes. See what you can do.
I don't know if I can do it. I think I've hit my max.
All right, what do you got, Laura?
21 is the record.
All right, guys. So after the Chargers lost against the Texans, Khalil Mack said he needed some time to figure out if he was going to return to the NFL. Well, he is ready to play for the 2025 season. He will be an unrestricted free agent. So do you guys believe that he's going to go back to the Chargers, he's going to play for the Chargers, or is he going to look for a different team? What are your thoughts?
I know the Chargers like him. I don't know how he feels about them. I would imagine he had a good experience because they had such a good season this year. But I would love to have Khalil Mack on my team. As a formerly reformed Raider fan, he was great when he played for us. You could not block him with one guy. And he's still got a little of that in him, Greg. He's not as good as he was when he was 25, but he can still play.
Didn't he take less to stay with the Chargers this year? I think he did.
He might have.
Yeah, I think he took less to play for Harbaugh. I mean, Harbaugh would be fun to play for. He'd be fun to play for. I mean, if it's not about the money, if it's about being on the ground floor of a team that I think is going to be successful, and I think the Chargers are with Harbaugh there, I could see him staying for sure.
And if he's going to play if it's in the AFC West and he plays the Raiders all the time, he'll get like 6 sacks a game. That's just for that game. It's kind of worth it. Consistently sacking the quarterbacks there.
What's up, fool?
What's up, fool?
All right, guys. So I don't know if you heard this clip about the filler mayor trying to hype up some Eagle fans. So take a listen here.
Let me hear you all say ELGS.
Oh, no.
ES Eagles.
Let's
go Birds.
Elgas.
As you heard, she misspelled Eagles, and afterwards said,
"Why Eagles? Why?"
It was very embarrassing for her. And it led me think, have you guys ever been on a podium or given a speech kind of like this and had just a total embarrassing flub?
Oh, I'm sure I have.
I'm sure I have, too.
I'm
trying to think of a bad one.
I mean, if you just take out the blooper reel from my 25 years in TV news, one night I was doing sports, and clear as day, I was trying to say Tiger Woods, and I was on camera. I said, Tiger Woods has a 6-shot lead going into tomorrow's final round of the Masters. All right? 6-shot lead. Instead of saying 6, I said, you know what? The synonym for poop.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I mean, clear as day. Like, could not avoid.
Couldn't have been anything else.
And I literally stopped. I go, yeah, I said it, and I apologize already. Come at me. And people liked it that I owned it. But that came to mind.
I'm generally not very good at giving speeches, believe it or not. I'm a terrible speech giver.
Just go to
my speech.
Yachtly Crew.
I thought when we did the Southern California, I thought my speech.
I don't think you're a terrible.
I thought my speech.
You were
giver
good at all.
I'm a bad.
You were good
speech giver.
When you went to Yachtly Crew and stood on stage.
Oh,
well, he was stoned.
I was so rocked when I went on stage at the Whiskey. Just all I could muster was Baker Street.
I don't actually give speeches, so that it really helps me out. But like on the air, I said gowling instead of golfing and bowling.
Yes, you put
that
them together.
Well, you should have copyrighted that. You invented your own sport.
Gowling would be an amazing game. So
What's up,
it happens.
We've all been there. We've all been there.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So last night I did go to the Laker game, and Roki Sasaki was there.
Yeah.
I was like, oh, man.
What'd you say to him?
Nothing, because I don't got benefits of going on the floor like that. But it got me thinking, with the Dodgers having such a deep pitching roster, would have Kershaw's postseason career been different if we've had just a fraction of how deep this roster is?
Yes, we would have. I mean, Clayton Kershaw, the teams have always been really good over the last, I think, 11 years? Teams have always.
And the majority of Clayton's career was played under the Guggenheim Group, which is a good thing. That's what you want.
Good thing.
Yeah.
But I don't think the roster has ever been as stacked as it is right now. I mean, this is broken all the records.
There may be. Not only has a Dodger team never been stacked this much, I don't know if a baseball team has been stacked.
I agree.
The Phillies one year had 4 Cy Young Award winners all in their starting rotation.
Roy Halladay, Cole Hamels, Roy Oswald.
Yeah,
that was a great rotation.
And so that was a better pitching staff, and they were pretty loaded. They had a lot of big bats, but I think 1 through 25, I think the Dodgers might be the best team ever assembled.
I mean, Kershaw always had a couple of guys with him. He had like Greinke with him and Hyun-Jin Ryu.
Right.
And
Ryu was good for
Dan
him.
Herron for that 1 year. I mean, there was guys that were in there, but no, there's never been a collection of people like this ever in any base. Pick a year.
I think the answer is he would have pitched better. I mean, I remember there were games. First of all, he went 2-0 in the World Series, so I think people need to accept that. He did round into form and got us 2 World Series wins. But I think if you go back over his career, especially against the Cardinals, he just got hung out to dry an awful lot. I think that's really colored his postseason stats. I mean, there was a game at Dodger Stadium where they left him in there, they hung him out to dry, he gave up 7 runs, and it contributed to just a terrible postseason.
That would be against the Cardinals, and that happens consistently.
Against the Cardinals, he never could beat the Cardinals.
If you just took out that 7th inning, it just didn't let him pitch in the 7th inning.
The
like
7th
a
inning
good
was
manager should have
terrible.
just not let him go back out there. His whole career would be different.
Yeah.
So, yes, I'm agreeing on that too.
What's up, Foo?
All right, guys, I saw this right before the show. Bleacher Report is reporting that the Eagles are selling authenticated snow for $50 a pint. The snow was on the field, obviously, when they won the divisional round versus the Rams. And we see this every now and then with, like, dirt, baseball players taking dirt from the World Series and all that stuff. But have you ever heard of a team selling a piece of the weather, like the snow? They're selling snow for $50 a pint.
Right.
Oh, Brian, there's a sucker born every minute. I remember, Greg, there was a woman
Her
on,
farts?
Well, that and under boob sweat.
That's right.
Remember that?
Oh, right.
That's
She was
right.
doing that.
And-
They were
and-
doing
and
what about farts in a jar?
Yeah, she did
They
say
had a
girl.
lady
I think.
farting in a jar and selling the jars.
If people,
I bought a 6-pack.
People will buy anything. We had that story last week that Larsa Pippen, Scotty's ex-wife, makes thousands of dollars on Instagram just taking pictures of herself in lingerie and sending it to Middle Eastern dudes. And there is a market somewhere for almost anything.
But in this case, this isn't necessarily for it's a sentimental piece. Like, I've got a piece of the turf from SoFi. The season ticket holders got a piece of the turf from the Super Bowl game. Now, I value that. That's a really cool item to have. When I went to Indianapolis to the Duke UNLV Final Four, where Bobby Hurley beat UNLV,
right.
We bought a piece of the floor. I've got a piece of the
that's cool.
the court that I bought there. So I mean, I don't know. This snow is just going to be water,
Yeah,
right? They're
right.
just sending
I'm
it
not
down
a-
the water.
Here,
I'm
have
not
some
a
water.
big memorabilia
$50.
guy. But if I wanted something, I mean, like if I had a photo that I was in with like Kobe, I mean, I would value that. But even the stuff Mace described, it sounds cool, but I wouldn't pay a lot of money for it.
$50 for a pint of snow.
And no, thank you.
No, thank you.
And by the way, it's
I'm
only
with
a
Ireland on
divisional
that.
game.
Yeah.
Like if it snowed at the Super Bowl, I'd like give me some of that Super Bowl snow. But I mean, divisional round snow, who wants that?
It's not even the conference championship.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
all it is a divisional game.
Low grade snow.
Look, if you give me a piece of the Poly Pavilion floor, like that would be cool. I'd be all
it's
in
cool.
on that.
Now
Sure.
you're never going to resell it. It's
No,
something you keep
for
for
me.
sentimental value. Yeah,
But water from a game doesn't do anything.
little bit of water.
Hard
Little
pass.
pint of water. This used to be snow.
No, thank you.
$50.
What's up, Foo?
No, gracias. All right, so I saw this on Underdog NBA on Twitter. It says, D'Angelo Russell on his comfort level with the Nets. I'll never take being able to play free basketball like this for granted again. So, obviously, I took this as he's taking kind of like a little shot at the Lakers, maybe LeBron. What are you guys' thoughts on his quote?
Well, why do you interpret it as a shot? What do you think? What shot is he taking?
That he wasn't able to just kind of be free and play basketball that way.
It's definitely a shot.
I don't see it either.
His point was I didn't get
He's
to,
like the fourth option with the
now
Lakers.
I get to play free.
Yep,
That's exactly what he said. Now I got to play free. Now he's on a really bad basketball team, and somebody's got to shoot, and he's there. Obviously, you can be more free on a 14-30 team than you can on a team that's scuffling for the playoffs or the 6th seed or whatever.
Do you want to be the worst player on a bad team or a mid-tier player on a really good team?
That's the
that's
question.
basically what he's saying.
Yeah.
Well,
do whatever you want because there's no one else.
I've always said, that this is a kind of a difference between Mason and Ireland. I've always said, would you rather be Patrick Ewing or would you rather be Robert Horry? I'd rather be Robert Horry because I want the 7 wings. Mace would rather be Patrick Ewing because he's in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
No, Horry. I'm Horry.
Horry,
So, me
100%.
too. Yeah.
Wait a minute. Robert's right there. Yeah, I'm also Horry.
If he was there or not, I'm still Robert
by the way,
Hall of Fame vote for me, too.
both great players. You're not exactly you're not ending up with the short end of the stick.
No,
taking
I mean,
Patrick Ewing.
I guess the issue.
Is it individual accolades or team success?
Right, and an era of dominance. The other thing is, can you tell the story of the NBA without that person? Actually,
no, but I think you need both those
I think you need both of them in that case. If you're telling the story of the NBA, Robert absolutely is a huge part of it.
He may get in one day.
I think
he
so,
may
too.
Get into
I think
the
so,
Hall of
too.
Fame one day. Is that it, Brian? Are we done?
Yeah, that's what we got for you today.
Okay.
Boy, we ended on just a...
Oh, we have another one. Brian,
go for it then.
Right, you had another one. Go for
All
it.
right, I got another one for you. So on this day, as we all know, Kobe, 2006, 81 points.
Yes.
Let me play the 80 verse for you.
Kobe Bryant, 28 for 46 from the field. This would be 18 for 20 from the line, and an 81-point game. 55 in the second half.
So my question for you guys here is, what do you remember most about this game?
Okay, so it was you. The first thing I remember is you heard Bill McDonald calling.
Right.
That was Bill's.
Mm-hmm.
That was Bill's.
That was mine.
First TV game as a Laker announcer
first thought
ever.
also, yeah.
Joel Myers was the regular TV play-by-play guy.
Great guy.
And Joel had a football. He was working for the NFL,
doing an NFL game,
doing a playoff game for Westwood One, and Joel told me later, he goes, look, I've got a long-standing contract with these guys. I wrote it into my Laker deal. I didn't want to leave them hanging in the playoffs. But he had zero sense of humor about the fact that he missed this game.
None.
And for Bill, I think it
elevated him
to where he is now.
Yeah.
That the Lakers said he did a great job calling that game. Bill's a great guy, so it's really easy.
Guy.
It's really easy to, like. It was never a question of whether or not you want Bill in the room. You do. He's fantastic. But the question was, could he meet moments like that? And he did such a good job doing that game with Stu. First game he had ever done with Stu that I think that gave him the gravitas that the Lakers could then go out and say when they decided to get rid of Joel, okay, let's get Billy Mack in here. He's the guy we need. And Bill's turned that into a 20-year run as the Laker now.
Do you think Joel, wherever he is now, I think he's doing New Orleans games, right?
Yes.
Do you think he this day comes along and he thinks, damn,
I don't know.
Should have been there.
Yeah,
absolutely.
You're really part of history when you call a moment like that.
Yeah.
Like when you called LeBron, that's a part of history.
Yeah, I know one time I made a joke on the air about Joel not being there, and let's just say he did not find it funny.
He does not find much funny.
No,
but
humorless.
Like, isn't this the reason why you miss no games essentially? Because you don't want to miss a moment like that.
Well, one of the things when I got the Laker job, Spiro was the TV guy, had been promoted to TV guy, and Billy was going to be the radio guy. And Spiro, as we all know, has gone on to be a really successful network announcer, but they wouldn't give him the network outs. That's what opened the door for me. And so I feel that, and I've never done it in the 15 years I've been doing this, I wouldn't feel right going to the Lakers and saying, hey, can I have this day off to go do another game? Like, they're great if you have an emergency, if someone in your family's sick, if you're sick.
Have you missed games?
COVID,
yeah. Right.
But that's the only reason I've missed a play-by-play game. COVID, and one time Jack had an emergency seizure and went to the hospital.
Yep.
Yeah,
And
you have to miss.
Right. But Greg, to answer your question, I wouldn't feel right going to the Lakers and saying, hey, I got a chance to, even if it was the Super Bowl, I got a chance to do the Super Bowl. There's a Laker game that day. Can I go do it? I feel like the Lakers are priority one for me, and always will be.
And as it should be, and then Trudell would just take your spot there.
Priority two.
Yeah.
Always here for you. Always here for you. All right, we are live at Ralph's in Redondo Beach.
Yeah, I think Sasha's coming up.
Sasha's coming up. Sasha maybe brings us a bottle of that Alexander wine that is supposed to be so good. He makes it Paso Robles.
Cappy thinks Sasha's bringing him a case of wine. I can guarantee you he's not.
Delusional. No, Cappy is delusional as usual. You are invited out here. We're at Ralph's in Redondo Beach, right on Hawthorne Boulevard. We're going to do a little Price is Right for a chance to win an Austin Reeves autographed jersey, and a Rui Hachimura autographed basketball.
Jersey, by the way, the Reeves jersey is a game jersey.
Oh, nice.
It's like what the actual players wear.
Very cool. So if you're here, you got a chance at that. You also got a chance at Lakers tickets. We're also collecting items for the LA Regional Food Bank. You can bring your, by the way, and if you don't have any, you can walk into the Ralph's, buy some stuff, and leave it with our collection team. But non-perishable food items and toiletries and stuff like that, helping people who have been terrible victims of these fires that we've been dealing with here in Southern California. Again, come on out to Ralph's in Redondo Beach, Mason, Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Let's talk trash. Food waste. tossing your food scraps in the regular trash sends them to landfills where they release gases like methane. You don't want to do that. You can fight global warming by simply sorting your food scraps and placing them in your green bin. It's quick. It's easy. It helps protect the planet. If you're ready to do your part, visit cleanla.com or call 888-CLEAN-LA for more tips. This message is funded by Cal Recycle.
The Kings are back at Crypto.com Arena tonight, where they've been the best home team in the NHL this season.
Feeds Spence to the blue line. In the middle for Kempe. Those two want to switch. Kempe to the near side. Hands it to Kopitar. Back for Kempe. One-timer off the crossbar. You heard that ping from everywhere in the building. Kopitar to Kempe. Shoots! Scores! They went right to the same play. Off the crossbar. Back and then bar down and in. It's 3 straight games with a power play goal.
Tonight in Los Angeles, it's the Kings taking on the defending Stanley Cup champions, the Florida Panthers. Don't miss the action. Listen live at 7 on the all-new ESPN LA app.
Here's the scenario. Your home is flooded and there's extensive water damage. This is when it can feel as though your relationship with your insurance has become an abusive one. They don't agree that you need a replacement living arrangement, despite it being glaringly obvious. Then, the insurance adjuster leaves you hanging. You feel abandoned with a home that is no longer livable, and you now have no other choice than to use the insurance contractor to make repairs, which includes their brazen attempt at lowballing the estimate. Okay, so here's what you do. You take a deep breath, then you call Avner Gatt. They're one of California's largest public adjusting firms, and trust me, size does matter in this case because Avner Gatt has experienced it all. Insurance companies can make you feel like a criminal, leaving you with no hope in getting your home back together. Avner Gatt knows exactly how to handle these situations. Not only do they have extensive knowledge on how to handle your dilemma, but they remain passionate about helping people. It's why Avner and his family continue to take the calls themselves at Avner Gatt Inc. They cover all of Southern California, and if I haven't convinced you with all of these truth bombs thus far, just check out what seems to be a never-ending stream of 5-star reviews on Yelp, Google, and the Better Business Bureau. So, whether you have a toilet overflow, a broken water line, a burst supply line, a broken fire sprinkler, whatever the water damage is at home, call Avner Gatt today. 818-917-5256. That's 818-917-5256, and you can go online to avnergatt.com.
Hey guys, it's Sedano. Now here's an important message from my friend, Jacob and Ronnie.
Wildfires can leave lasting scars on our families, our homes, our communities, and our peace of mind. Navigating the recovery process is hard, but you don't have to do it alone. I'm Jacob Amrani, and my team and I are here to help ensure you're treated fairly and get the resources you need. Call us for a free consultation and let us help you rebuild with confidence.
Call Jacob. Hi, this is Sean McVay of your LA Rams. The Rams play here. KSPN, Los Angeles.
710 ESPN.
A good karma brands radio station. And it is Mason and Ireland, your Wednesday afternoon. We are broadcasting live from the city of Redondo Beach, the Ralph Supermarket, along with our friends from BBGO and the Lakers to help victims of the Southern California wildfires. Come on out. Come meet us. Come meet us. We'd love to meet you. And we've got fabulous prizes to give away. More of Mason and Ireland on the road on this Wednesday on 710.
Yes, we're going to be all right. We are live at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. You're all invited out here. We got dumplings from BBGO. Ireland has polished off 20 dumplings.
20 dumplings. Greg, where are you at?
I have 11 dumplings.
All right, you got time. You got one,
I think I've
you
hit my
got
limit,
1
man.
hour.
They're so good, but
You got 1 hour. Let's see what you got.
In honor of Kobe, 81 dumplings. Do it.
Go.
Do it.
Like when you maybe pick up the caller 710.
Well, the amazing thing was you did it.
I did it.
Yeah.
Well, you have to.
You have to legally.
We said caller number 710.
And Greg literally is like, you're 33, you're 34, you're 35.
I actually turned on my mic at time and said,
you're
75, 76.
You're 604.
Yeah, you were not too happy with us.
No, but it was a good bit.
Now, we do have that Lakers, the pair of Lakers tickets, right?
Yep, that's coming up either next break or the break after. That's all coming up very, very soon.
You got a chance to win.
Now, Greg, if people want to sign up for that, they got to go over to
go see Sefa, go see Janessa, right? Go see. I think Warren was over there a little bit.
Okay, yeah. So if you're here, guys, there's probably over 100 people here. If you're here and you haven't signed up, go to that tent over there and make sure you sign up so you're eligible for the tickets.
Let's see who's reporting this.
Jovan
Buha says Lonzo Ball is a player who is expected to be on the Lakers' radar.
I would absolutely love it.
Really?
Oh, I love Lonzo.
As a person, yes.
Yeah, no. If he can,
he's a very nice guy.
His issues are injuries.
Yes,
yeah,
correct.
but if he's healthy, and right now he is, that guy can play, and he doesn't care if he scores. So
True. He's got a 36.5 field goal percentage, a 33% 3-point percentage, 3.3 rebounds,
but we know he
3.7
works.
assists.
We know he works with LeBron because when they were together before, they had a triple double in the same game once.
Yeah, 6 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He's played in 23 games this year.
And you probably wouldn't
after missing 2 straight seasons.
And you probably wouldn't have to give up too much to get him because of that injury history. I wouldn't hate that at all.
Second round pick. 2 second-rounders?
Yeah,
you got to make the money work. So you'd have to give them, you'd have to send somebody. But you got to find you got to get within 75% of his salary, whatever he's.
Well, Jesse Hyman, who I saw around here, will put that into a trade machine and figure it out right away.
He made one to me actually. Jesse's around here somewhere. He made one to me. He said, "Would you do Ivica Zubats for Rui and Austin?"
No. That's not right.
Well, John's not saying.
No, that's not right.
I'm thinking about.
You would give up Austin
and Rui for Ivica Zubats?
I would not.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm thinking? What if you could add to it?
You give me Norman Powell, then we got a
No, they're not going to give you Powell, but you might be able to get Terrence Mann.
Okay.
So Terrence Mann plus
Daryl's like, Clipper Daryl's here. He's like, no.
Clipper Daryl, by the way, super nice guy. Despite his rooting interest, he came up to us during the break and said, you really got me through a lot. And all I could think was a lot of losses, right? A lot of losses, Daryl. Good for you, man. Good for you. That's awesome.
I don't think the Clips are going to trade Zoo. He's been too good for them.
No.
And he's on an affordable contract.
He was like 19 and 19 the other night.
21 and 19.
The Lonzo thing is like around the edges. And that's most likely what the Lakers are potentially going to do. Jovan Buha says maybe Lonzo Ball on the radar. I read today Bruce Brown, who's in Toronto. They're going nowhere. He would be a potential fit for the Lakers. And I guess Utah's got players, but I just don't think they're open
the problem
for
is if you
yet.
do a deal with Danny Ainge, it's a lot like doing a deal with Andrew Friedman. You look up, and the next thing you know, you had your pocket picked.
That's a great comparison.
The one guy in Utah that I would be really interested in if you could pry him away would be Walker Kessler.
I love Walker Kessler.
But
he'd be great. Honestly, JJ came out and said I want to play with 2 bigs more.
Right. But Walker Kessler, I like Jackson Hayes, but Walker Kessler's a little bit of an upgrade.
I absolutely agree. I think they need another big. If you're going to play 2 bigs, I just don't think Jackson Hayes is that guy. You've got to add a big.
But he played well last night. We talked to him after the game.
He did.
He told me an interesting story after the game. I said, before he played for us, he played for the Pelicans.
Yep.
And he's a big football fan. He grew up in Oklahoma. He went to University of Texas.
Yep.
So I asked him about Sark, and he said, when I was playing in New Orleans, I became friends with the Mannings, including Arch, and I got in his ear the whole time because Jackson Hayes went to Texas.
Right.
He goes, I delivered him to Sark. I go, so Sark owes you a drink. He goes, at least one.
Yeah.
So he feels like he had a hand in all this.
I got some news for you, too. Thank you, Laura. According to Shams Charania, Heat are planning to suspend Jimmy Butler for 2 games after they missed a team flight.
They lost to Portland last night.
That's 2 more games.
And
I think Jimmy Butler will be playing on another team by February 6th.
Oh, that's pretty
Don't you think it's – if they've suspended him?
Yes, 2 more games. 2 games.
For insubordination?
No,
missing a team flight.
Missing a team flight. Okay.
I have no problem if you make your own arrangements to go, but
which is what he's doing.
But you can't just not show up and not tell anybody. You can't hold the whole plane up.
Right.
That makes no sense.
He missed a team flight Wednesday and had plans to join the Heat tonight. Now Miami is keeping him home for its 2-game road trip.
Yeah, that's over. There's no he's done.
Yeah. But I heard Windhorst with an interesting take on this. He said the second they decided not to extend Jimmy Butler, look at his history.
Right.
They didn't extend him in Chicago. He was out. They didn't extend him in Minnesota. He blew that
and
up.
he gets very disgruntled.
In Philadelphia, they paid Tobias Harrison, not him. He blew that up.
Yep.
Now, how did Miami think this was going to end? When you didn't, and Miami's really smart. They're a really well-run team. But I don't know if Pat didn't, just overplayed his hand or
what does Miami come away with for Jimmy Butler?
Well,
just I mean, I don't see.
They may get those 3 number 1 picks.
Picks, but what do they get? Who do they get?
Well, you got to make the money work.
If Fields going to Milwaukee and Butler's going to Phoenix,
I would say
what does Miami get?
Probably something like this. Not this exact thing, but probably Pat Connaughton, Chris Middleton, and 3 number 1s.
Yeah, the 3 number 1s are going to be 25, 27, and 29. So it's this year specifically. Although that pick, I believe, John, when we were looking at it yesterday, is the last pick in the draft this year.
The last pick.
It's the last. It's like the 32nd pick.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see. When are we giving away Lakers tickets?
We're giving if it's all set and we have everybody,
we have it.
next.
Yes,
Otherwise,
are we ready to go with Lakers? I think we're going to do a drawing for Lakers
Warren
tickets.
has it, so if Warren has the names.
Also, the pride of Slovenia and Manhattan Beach, Sasha Vujacic is going to be with us in a couple of minutes, so we will do that. People signing, Robert Horry signing autographs over there. We're going to play a little Price is Right. Ireland and I went shopping today. We're giving away an Austin Reeves signed jersey and a Rui Hachimura signed basketball. And again, Lakers tickets. Be out here at Ralph's in Redondo Beach on Hawthorne Boulevard. We're here till 3 o'clock. Ireland, what do you got over there?
Well, if you listen to the show, you know my favorite place is Terranea. It's like going to Hawaii without getting on a plane. They've got everything down there. I've converted everyone on the show to a Terranea fan now that we've all been down there. Last time we did a show there, Greg just stayed.
Yep. My birthday weekend, I'm staying the whole weekend.
Yeah, and it is a resort like no other. They've got 4 different swimming pools, 4 award-winning restaurants, a spectacular golf course. There's so much to do there. Do yourself a favor. Check them out at Terranea.com, Terranea. Terranea.com. All your questions will be answered. And here's my favorite part about Terranea. Customer service. The guy who runs it is a guy named Ralph Grippo, who I've known for over 20 years. Ralph used to run, back in the day, Pelican Hill down in Corona del Mar, where I grew up. And now they pried him away, and he's running Terranea. He's the best hotel executive I've ever met. He will not rest until you have a great stay. So check him out today. Terranea, Terranea.com.
Sedano and Cap.
Today at 3 p.m. after Mason and Ireland.
How am I supposed to live without you, Cappy?
Keep going, man. Keep going. God, I feel like I just saw a movie that Michael Bolton was in. Like he was like playing clarinet or something at somebody's wedding. Anybody know that movie? What movie am I talking about? Anybody know? Anybody?
No.
Come on. It was one of those movies that like I turned on. I needed to turn on a rom-com. And I was like not into it, but there was Kenny G playing at somebody's wedding. Who knows what I'm talking about?
Wait a minute.
Wedding singer?
Wait, did you just mix up Michael Bolton and Kenny G? Because I do that all the time.
I could have.
Because you said Kenny G playing and then you said Michael Bolton playing the clarinet.
I may have done that.
Cappy, I used to do it all the time when I was younger. I thought they were the same person.
I may have done that. No, they're different guys.
Yeah, because I've never heard Kenny G sing. I don't think I've ever heard Kenny G talk.
The clarinet.
All right, everybody. Hey, I retract the question. I retract the question and the rom-com.
The LA Afternoon Takeover. That's Sedano and Cap.
On 710 ESPN.
Why do we grill to order at Waba Grill? Because it's just better for you. Our Asian-inspired menu has high-quality proteins that are healthier for you. Our steamed vegetables and signature salads are made fresh for you. Our sauces are more flavorful for you. From sweet and spicy to fiery hot. Right now, get our Value Bowl combo for only $8.99. Download the Waba Rewards app or order online at wabagrill.com. Waba Grill, it's for you.
Hey, John Ireland here. Are you going through a life change? Whether you're downsizing, inheriting a home, or ready for a change, Seller's Advantage is here to make selling your home easy. They'll buy it as is with a competitive cash offer. No repairs, no hassle. With Seller's Advantage, you're in control. Close as quickly as you want and do it on your own terms. Check out their reviews online and call for a no-obligation offer at 888-390-AS-IS. That's 888-390-2747 or visit sellersadvantage.com.
When pain keeps you from doing what you love, Hoag Orthopedic Institute gets you back to you. We are ranked number 18 in the nation and number 1 in Orange County for orthopedic and spine care by U.S. News & World Report. From the surf to the green, our world-class doctors are there, which is why more Californians choose Hoag Orthopedic Institute for orthopedic and spine care more than any other hospital. At Hoag Orthopedic Institute, there is no one better at getting you back to you. Proudly founded by premier physicians in partnership with Hoag. Learn more at HoagOrthopedicInstitute.com.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Wednesday afternoon. We are broadcasting live from the city of Redondo Beach. the Ralph Supermarket, along with our friends from BBGO and the Lakers, to help victims of the Southern California wildfires. Come on out. Come meet us. Come meet us. We'd love to meet you, and we've got fabulous prizes to give away. More of Mason and Ireland on the road on this Wednesday on 710.
And we're live in Redondo Beach. We're giving away a pair of Lakers tickets here in a minute. Make sure you're in person to be able to win those. When are we doing Prices Right, Greg Bergman?
We're stopping at 2:30. So if you want to come up here and try and guess what everybody has, 2:30 is the stop time.
So once they have the number in their head, what do?
They go over to Janessa and to Steffa, and when the winner, the person that's closest or right on, we will find out who it is and announce it.
Is it the combined?
No, it's each one.
Oh, so they guessed Mason's cart and they guessed my cart.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. So if you have not guessed that's not what she said. She's saying do it one. Well, I'm going to find out.
All right, great. Yeah,
great. Okay. But if you've not come up here and scanned out the items, do that.
Now is the time.
Now's the time. That's the chance to win the Austin Reeves autographed jersey and the Rui Hachimura autographed ball. Also, Sasha Vujacic is going to be here. Yesterday, Baseball Hall of Fame announcements made. I think they went pretty much as scheduled. Ichiro was virtually unanimous.
How'd you like to be the one guy who didn't vote for him?
Who is the guy?
Idiot.
I thought they had to release their names, but I was wrong. I guess they don't have to anymore because I saw Buster Olney wrote a column this morning saying that they should make it mandatory
that you release
your votes, which I would agree with.
CC Sabathia got in. Deserves it. I think. Yeah. No, you're not a CC Sabathia.
It's not about that. It's the fact that how many years has CC Sabathia been on the ballot? It's probably been a good amount of years, like 3, 4, 5 years, something like that. I don't think that if you are on the ballot for 3, 4, 5 years, that means that you don't belong in.
But that's just not the way it goes. I mean, Billy Wagner started with 30, went to 40, went to 50, went to 60, went
Billy
to 70.
Wagner, again, that's another guy that I don't think closers in general don't really necessarily belong in if your name's not Mariano Rivera.
Yeah, here's what I think about CC Sabathia. Who in Major League Baseball now is going to stack up 250 wins?
I mean, who knows?
Verlander.
But the number is...
Verlander's probably in the ballpark, but he's tailing off.
That's what you're going to go by? Now it's by wins?
Well, wins is big.
300 wins it's like 500 home runs. It automatically gets you in.
That wasn't 300. That was 250.
Right, but those days are over because for what we talked about earlier in the show. Like most guys aren't going to start 40 games a year like they used to.
Right. I mean, no, what you're saying is the guys that are in the 6-man rotation for the Dodgers won't ever necessarily be in the Hall of Fame because they don't have the durability to be able to pitch an entire season the way some of these guys do.
So
hey,
I just don't think wins are that big of a deal.
Well, let me ask you something about Billy Wagner.
Yeah.
It was pointed out to me. Billy Wagner doesn't strike me as the type of guy that not necessarily deserves to be in the Hall of Fame. He is, without question, the greatest left-handed reliever in baseball history. Is that enough to get you in?
I guess so. I mean, but he doesn't have even the second most saves, right? Isn't it Frankie Rodriguez?
Yeah. Well,
he's not in.
What you would put Billy Wagner in for is there's never been a left-handed reliever as good as him. But is that enough to get you in?
Not for me. I'm also I think of the Hall of Fame differently than most people. I think.
Well, the Baseball Hall of Fame's always been the hardest one to get into.
It should be.
Yeah.
It should be because there's so much. There's so many people. Like you have to be the best of the best of the best. Go over like a 5 to 10 year period where you were one of the best players in the game. Top 5.
But here's the thing. That's your definition.
Sure.
I think it's a very open question. Who do you think is in the Hall of Fame? Just because you don't think Billy Wagner, I would have voted for Billy Wagner. He would have been on my ballot.
Would you have voted for him the first time?
I would not.
No, I wouldn't.
No, yeah, exactly. If you're not first ballot Hall of Famer, you're not good enough.
I do believe in the process. I believe you graduate to 75%.
All right, so
over a period of time.
Chipper Jones sent out a tweet. Chipper, who's in the Hall of Fame, sent out a note. Sent out a note the other day saying if Andrew Jones, who was his teammate, and I think Andrew had 400 home runs and 10 Gold Gloves.
Yep.
And Chipper's question, and I think it's a good one, was if Andrew Jones played his whole career for the Yankees, wouldn't he already be in the Hall of Fame? And he's probably right. If he would have played for the Yankees or the Dodgers, one of the heritage franchises in Major League Baseball, he'd probably be in.
I don't know.
But now he's not. 400 home runs and 10 Gold Gloves isn't enough to get you in?
By the way, he's going to get in. He's at 66% this year.
Yeah, he's at, I think, year 5, 6, or 10. Like, he could be very far down the line.
Correct.
Like Fred McGriff didn't belong in. I don't believe in the climb.
I do. I believe in
the
climb. I'm pro-climb.
If you're good enough,
guy.
if you are...
I'm more with Greg.
If you look
so you're
at
saying
a player,
one year on the ballot, you don't make it, you're done.
No, but if the climb is not necessarily, I don't want to throw it out, but it's if you weren't good enough to get in the first time, why am I letting you in down the road?
Exactly.
Because your numbers stack up better now? I don't know.
Yeah, I mean,
against who else is
you
in
can
there?
make a Hall of Fame. The guys that finished 4th and 5th, Carlos Beltran and Andrew Jones, I think will both wind up being in the Hall of Fame.
Beltran surprises me.
That he is or isn't?
I don't think he's a Hall of Famer, but I'm with you. I think now he's going to get in.
Yeah, I think he's absolutely
because
getting in.
then it's just watering down the Hall of Fame to me. I think that if you look at a player and you're like, that's a Hall of Famer right there. If you have to be like, well I don't know, then you're not a Hall of Famer.
Here's something interesting. All these baseball writers know the game really well.
Yeah.
The fact that Beltran is polling in the 60th percentile means that they're not holding the Astros trash can gate against anybody. Because Beltran was right in the middle
He
of
was in the middle of it.
And by the way, Billy Wagner has 422 saves. That's 8th all time.
Right, but every guy in
John
front.
Franco has more. Frankie Rodriguez has more.
Wait a minute.
Franco is the lefty.
John Franco is left-handed. Is he in?
No, 424. So,
Okay.
no, he does not have the most. So, Frankie Rodriguez, 437. Craig Kimbrell has 440. Kenley Jansen has 447. So, you're now that Billy Wagner's in, all those people above him should be in.
Tell me if this changes your...
Which is not true.
Let me ask you if this changes your Beltran conversation.
He had a bunch of years with Houston where it was like, wow, that guy's really good.
70.1 wins above replacement. That's big. Postseason career, 307, 16 homers, 42 RBIs in 65 games. 42 RBIs and 16 home runs in 65 games in the postseason. And his 2004 postseason, 8 home runs, 14 RBIs, 435 batting average in just 12 games. 8 home runs, 12 games.
Is it
legendary postseason is definitely a factor.
That's what got Jeter in.
And that's what I think will ultimately get
Ask Kurt Schilling how that goes.
Kurt Schilling should be in.
Kurt Schilling's not in because of his political.
Yeah, but he's not in because of
see,
politics.
that's the problem with having writers doing this. They hold grudges against people like that, and it doesn't matter what they actually do in the game.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Yeah,
but
Schilling should be in.
You know,
but he's not.
Does anybody think Schilling?
So,
I don't care about his politics or his memes or his gifts or whatever the hell.
Doesn't matter.
Do your thing. But as a player, Kurt Schilling should be in the Hall of Fame.
The two ways you can normally get into a Hall of Fame in any sports are statistical dominance or postseason excellence, and Schilling has both.
Yeah, and Beltran has both. Beltran had a tremendous postseason career.
He was a part of that triple B. Was Biggio, Bagwell, Beltran. That was
and the other two are in, right?
Yeah, the other two are in.
So that would make sense. I mean, again, I didn't look at Beltran.
Oh
my God!
I really thought the cheating Astros were going to get that was going to be held against them, kind of like we hold the steroid era guys. But clearly, Beltran's polling at 66%.
When the trash can thing was going on, he was
like an assistant.
He was the bench coach for A.J. Hinch,
so
but he was the
whole
mastermind behind the whole thing. If you read about that whole thing, and I've read a couple of books on it, it doesn't happen without Beltran.
Yeah.
He was the guy driving the bus.
And that may be, by the way, why he didn't quite get there.
It could be.
Yeah, I mean, he may
but,
not.
But I agree with you.
A-Rod, they
I
held
think
Bonds.
with that type of number, that means he'll get in because if you're in the 60s now, you're eventually getting in.
Yes. All right. And we'll never know who the one guy who didn't vote for Ichiro is.
Well,
somebody will come out.
It may come out.
They might come out. He or she may come out and say who they are. But it's probably like an angry Yankees fan.
I'd love to hear their case for why you don't vote for.
I want only Mariano to be the only unanimous.
Yeah,
that could be the only thing that could possibly
be
it.
It might be. Yeah, it could be.
If you look at Ichiro, that is nothing but Hall of Fame.
Yep.
Let's block the show on the air, for lack of a better term.
Block it. Sure. Okay, we're going to block things out here.
Should
here we go.
do Game of Games now because Sasha's going to be here eventually? Or should we just...
Sure. Yeah, we can do it now.
You want to do Game of Games
and
now?
that way that'll get people allowed because we're going to end voting in 3 minutes for this.
Right. If you have not taken a guess at the shopping carts, do that because we will announce the winner coming up in a little while. Oh, and we're going to give away some Laker tickets too. Again, we're live at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Fantastic day. And you got your BB-Go dumplings. We're collecting items for the LA Regional Food Bank. Sasha Vujacic is going to be with us coming up, and Robert Horry was with us a little while ago. In the meantime, let me tell you about Sleeper Picks. So I love Sleeper Picks. Almost hit one again last night. You know what it does? It makes every game more fun. All you got to do is pick 2 players. and more than or less than in their projected stats, and you can win up to 1,000 times your money. Again, weirdly over the weekend, I had a sleeper pick on the Rams. The Rams lost. The sleeper pick won. It was kind of anticlimactic, but at least I did get that dough at 11 times my money. So jump in there. Go to the sleeper app, download it. If you're a new user, use code 710, and you get $55 in free entries for every $5 you put in. So again, $55 in free entries when you play $5 on sleeper picks. Use code 710. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
The Kings are back at Crypto.com Arena tonight, where they've been the best home team in the NHL this season.
Beat Spence in the blue line, the middle for Kemp.
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Sylmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
You know, I want to thank them. You know, without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. You know, little help like you guys asked for. You know, I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California, and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work, and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Sylmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. You know, I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, you know, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, inside Crypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
Call Jacob. Texting enrolls you in a recurring automated marketing text messages. Consent not required to purchase. Message and data rates may apply.
The team's looking good this season.
I think so. Man, I miss playing football. Being young with unlimited energy to burn. Ever since I turned 40, I just can't find that fire I used to have.
Think it could be lower testosterone?
What do you mean?
All guys lose their edge when they turn 40. The body has less testosterone. That's why I take Nugenix Total T.
I've heard about Nugenix. That really works?
Since I started taking Nugenix, I'm lifting like when we played for Coach Carter. I feel more energized at work. It's even spiced up things between me and the missus.
Are they still giving out complimentary bottles for people to try?
Yep, send a text. It's that easy.
Text LIKE to 42424 right now for your complimentary bottle of Nugenix Total T. It's the #1 selling testosterone boosting brand at GNC and Walmart. Do it now, and they'll also send you a bottle of Nugenix Thermo X, their newest, most powerful fat burner ever, absolutely free. Text LIKE to 42424. That's LIKE to 42424.
These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease.
And it is Mason and Ireland, your Wednesday afternoon. We are broadcasting live from the city of Redondo Beach, the Ralph Supermarket, along with our friends from BBGO and the Lakers, to help victims of the Southern California wildfires. Come on out. Come meet us. Come meet us. We'd love to meet you. And we've got fabulous prizes to give away.
Yeah.
More of Mason and Ireland on the road on this Wednesday on 710.
All right, we're back live at Ralph's at Redondo Beach. Congratulations to Robert Torres, who scored a pair of tickets for
That a boy, Robert.
Pacers. Nice work. Still, by the way, playing Price is Right. If you haven't taken a shot at the value of these two cards, do that. Oh, it's over? Thank you. Thank you. That's over. Don't ignore that. Ignore that. Because we got Sasha Vujacic here. Sasha,
Welcome, Sash. Great. One of my favorite Lakers of all time, right here.
Thank you, guys. Happy to be with you.
All right. So you even knew when you walked up what today was. When you woke up this morning, did you know January 22nd is the anniversary of Kobe's 81-point game, a game which you played in? I jokingly say, between you and Kobe, 84 points together in that game.
I know. He had jokes back then. You know, it's okay. It's okay. But
what do you remember about that game?
You know what? What I remember is it was actually first quarter we were losing, and the game was tough. And then Kobe just switched like nobody else can do like Kobe did. And one more thing I remember, he was hot and everybody saw that, and Laker fans loved it. I think the whole basketball nation across the globe learned something that day. But he missed that last assist that I gave him to score 84. So that kind of, left a sour taste. But anyhow, it's a special day, and I'm happy that everybody's still remembering the greatest.
Yeah, absolutely. So we were talking a little bit yesterday with Scott Kaplan. Do you know who Scott Kaplan is? No.
Enlighten me.
Yes. So Cappy says that you promised
That's so great.
him
You don't know who this is.
a case of your wine, which is terrific, Alexander wine. He says, Sasha, he promised me a case of it, and he'll bring it tomorrow. So you didn't remember to bring a case of
today?
Yeah, today.
Yeah, and by the way, there's a 90% chance he's making all of this up.
Oh, he's delusional.
Well, I'll bring a case of wine next time I go to a game, which is tomorrow, and I'll stop by your offices and I'll give you guys a case of wine to enjoy.
Man. That's awesome.
It better be your favorite wine from now on.
So I want to ask you a question.
Paso Robles, right?
Yes. Yeah. What is it about the dirt in Paso Robles that makes good wine?
Soil is incredible. We probably have 4 to 5 places across the globe where the soil is just made for winemaking, and it's not artificial. And one thing that we've learned coming from Europe, because my dad is the winemaker, he learned that Paso Robles had that magnificent weather, winds, and cold summers. Cold nights and hot days during the summer, which is perfect for the wine that we are making. So we decided to do a particular wine, which is called Right Bank Bordeaux. Mm-hmm. It's very European, and we've been blessed on that land.
Now, Bordeaux, is that the one where you mix a couple of wines? Don't you mix like your? Am I on the right track?
You
mix your Merlot with your what?
So we have everything estate-grown grapes, which is Merlot, Cab Franc, Cab Sauvignon, Petit Verdot, and Malbec. And what we do, instead of rushing the process, we are aging our wines for about 3.5 to 4 years in French and Serbian barrels. The reason being is because one thing that we learn on our journey, quality overpowers quantity at any point in life.
Yeah, and once it gets out that you have that quality, people will come to you. You don't have to go to them anymore.
So to go back to Bordeaux, all our wines are Bordeaux blends. So, for example, 2013, we have only 3 different varietals because that year the Merlot, Cab Franc, and Cab Sauvignon were the best ones. 2020, for example, which was just released to our wine club members, we have 5 varietals. So it changes every time. We don't want to take shortcuts. We want to make the best possible wine every year.
I'm thinking about launching a line of schnapps. What do you think?
I love schnapps, actually. I can help you out.
Yeah,
that's close to Slovenia. In Austria and Germany, they have schnapps.
Love
so we can talk about it 100%.
Sasha Vujacic is our guest.
The odds that schnapps would come up on the show,
All right, you guys went to the finals 3 years in a row, 08, 09, and 10. And I tell people all the time, but I want you to tell it from your perspective, that I've always felt that the 09 and 10 championships, the back-to-back championships that you won, were born when you lost Game 6 in Boston. And you guys kind of got your ass kicked. And I remember talking about to you, to Kobe, to Pau, to Lamar, everybody was like, there's no way this team, our group, is going out like this. And you galvanized, and then you went on a 2-year run where you won the next 2 titles. Fair? Did I explain it right?
100%. Before that, we had a lead at home at the halftime, 26 points. I don't want to even say what game it was, but that was right before game 6, obviously.
It was Game 5 in L.A., and Ray Allen got hot in the second half, and they came back.
And he made that crossover on me, which Laker fans hated me for about a year until we
well, then you started winning titles.
But the thing is, when you lose by 20, 30, when they destroyed us on that Garden Field in Boston. And not only that, after we lost, we got to the locker room, and that was probably the first time that I saw grown men crying like crazy. The core group that we had, that was really, we took it personally. We were probably not ready at the time. We were building our team, our chemistry, and everything, and we surprised everybody once we got to the finals. But in order to win, you have to lose. In order to win, you have to confirm it. So one thing I also learned on that journey is you can't be one and done.
Yeah.
You need to know how to win and repeat and go back to back. And that's why that year, you're right. You're absolutely right. Game 6, when we were flying back. And you remember we were going from the arena to the hotel, and they were trying to flip our bus over.
Oh, yeah, it was awful.
It was insane. But that's why we didn't wear green for a year. Some people made some mistakes and lost their ties on the
I wore a green tie on St. Patrick's Day, and I walked in. I go, he goes, what's with the green tie? And I went, what's St. Patrick's Day? And he goes, no, and took out a pair of scissors and cut it.
awesome.
It was great.
Awesome.
I wore it. I went on the air that night with like a cut-off tie.
Yeah.
It was really fun. What do you think when you watch the current Lakers? Obviously, not where they want to be yet. They have good nights and bad nights. What do you see?
Well, what I saw was, for example, I was in Vegas, watched the preseason game with the Warriors.
Right.
I saw a lot of enthusiasm. I saw guys willing to play together, and the coaching staff is trying to adapt to what we have. I watched the game last night and against the Clippers. I think we are getting there. We probably have, a piece missing or not. But you have Rob Pelinka, who's a great basketball mind, behind it, and I hope we can make it to the finals. Tomorrow's going to be a good game because we're playing the Boston, so that's a
best win of the year last year. They won at Boston without LeBron and AD.
Yeah.
So you never know what's going to happen.
I think the group is amazing, and I think I'm having fun watching.
So if you were to add one, you mentioned add a player. If you were to add a player, what type of player? Would it be a ball handler? What do you think would sort of put this over the top?
Right now?
Yeah.
Let's not start any rumors right now, but I think
you don't have to give names.
We know what we need, but we need somebody that's gonna go in there and be that enforcer, especially on defense.
Physical presence.
You need that physical presence. You need a little more. I wouldn't say rebounds because I love AD. When AD is let loose and he can play his game, I just love watching him play.
Well, Ron Artest was that for you guys.
100%.
That he, when you lost Trevor, who was a really good player, and then you brought him in. Ron had a physicality to him where if the other team tried to push it around, he'd go, okay, let's go.
And he had the mindset, and, I always say Ron was one of my favorite teammates of all time. He knew how others were thinking about us because he was playing us with Houston and with Sacramento. So he hated us. But then when he came into the circle of trust, when he had opportunity to be in the pack with all of us, he transformed. And, I think Phil did an incredible job by allowing him to be himself and within the group bring the best possibilities. And we needed the size and we needed that toughness.
Yeah, he was a perfect fit.
Hey, are you super famous in Slovenia? Like when you are you like a rock star? You walk down the street, it's the Sasha.
I don't even know, man. I just love being in LA because I always said wherever I have opportunity to win championships, that's gonna become home. So obviously, where you come from, Slovenia, ex-Yugoslavia, it's for all of us. We go back home and we are treated perfectly. But to me, Purple and Gold Nation, since I was drafted by the Lakers, I was here for quite a few years, and we went from ups and downs, and I think people recognize that now more than ever. So I'm happy to be here and welcome the moms, Angelina.
All right, last thing for you. We see a lot of LAFC games. You a fan?
I was when Chiellini was there, who's a dear friend of mine.
Right.
So I went to see him play a couple of times.
That's a nice stadium, isn't it? They do it right over there.
But I went to see Galaxy now also when they won. So
Did
I like
you see
both
him during
teams.
the playoffs?
I'm an LA guy, so I like.
I love the fact that when I met you, you were this kid that was kind of wide-eyed and didn't know anything, and now you're so at home here. I love that.
I love it. So when I went there for the first time,
Sasha and I run into each other at Slay in Manhattan Beach on a fairly regular basis. It's like both of our favorite restaurants.
Right. 100%. And I'm keeping an eye on him if he's drinking Alexander wine or something else.
Oh, they serve Alexander wine at Slay, right?
They do. They do. We are allocated through our favorite restaurants and everybody that was with us from the beginning.
Awesome.
And John, next time I see you at Slay, you better have that Alexander wine.
Done. It's a deal, man. Great to have you.
Great seeing you.
All right, good to see you, man.
Great seeing you, Sasha. Appreciate it, man.
You.
Sasha Vujacic.
A lot of people here waiting on Sasha. He's going to go sign a few things, talk to a few people. Sasha, is this you?
So, Sasha, thanks very much for joining. We are live at Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Are we doing something with the carts? Yeah, is it now?
Yeah, it should be done. If they have the names for us, we can actually do it on air right now. If you bring them over.
So, John picked 10 items. I picked 10 items. They're all items that can be donated, by the way, for the food drive.
Okay.
With the
Do
LA
you
Regional
remember
Food
what your total was?
I do.
Mine was $61.60.
And mine
yours was more than
$73.
You see, they were both roughly the same thing, but
roughly the same.
It's in the neighborhood of $130. And Greg, you've got the winner.
Yes. So Parker, give me one more. This is the grand prize winner here. Two people guessed the exact same number.
Oh, really?
So
they both got it.
So yes,
why don't we give one of them the ball and give the other one the jersey?
We have backups for it. But this is the grand prize winner here. This is Carcius Jameson. I'm just saying it for you.
Carcius Jameson.
You are the first. You are the grand prize winner.
Wait,
That's Carcius.
Right there. I love it.
Carcius.
Go over to see the
Janessa
Warren
right
and
there.
Janessa
Guy in the Navy shirt.
and Parker, and then Amador Macabenta.
Is Amador here?
Amador
There we go.
Macabenta.
I see him back
Oh,
there.
wait a minute.
Congratulations.
They both said $135.
So they
for the
had
two
the
of them.
exact same number.
Exact
They both guessed 135.
They guess both 135.
Which I think is almost dead on.
I think it's right on the money. By the way, earlier when Robert Ory was looking through your card,
he almost nailed though.
I think yours was 63,
66, 60, or 6160.
And he said 65.
Yeah.
Yeah,
He almost
he was
right on it.
Well, he claimed that he goes to a lot of supermarkets, and so, yeah, he got it.
Well,
So
for yours,
thanks,
he was like,
and
this
by the way,
one,
Graham, we're going to donate both carts all to the food bank.
Yeah,
so,
that's great job. Great job.
So all this stuff is non-perishable. A lot of BBGO stuff in there, and we're going to go ahead and donate that to the food bank. And we want to thank everybody that brought stuff for the food bank. I mean, we've got hundreds of people lined up here.
Yeah,
now,
I mean, everybody who came out all day long. You guys are terrific. You've enjoyed the BBGO. Sasha, fantastic guy. Go drink Alexander wine. I tried the Alexander wine. And it's
great. Yeah, I've got a bunch of it at home.
I actually did some research. I got that Bordeaux thing and the
I was impressed with that. All right, so coming up next, Game of Games. It's Mason's game. Our buddy Bill Nuss. There's Bill.
Oh, Bill
is gonna play with us. Bill, friend of the show. Bill worked in the TV business for a lot of years. He said, "Hey, if I come down there, can I play Game of Games?" So we said, "Sure, why not?" So it'll be Brian, Laura, Greg, me, and Bill. Five of us going head-to-head in Mace's game.
Okay, and it's a little bit interactive, so we'll be able to play with the crowd a little bit. I designed it just for this, so we'll do Game of Games coming up next. Mason, Ireland, live at Ralph's in Redondo Beach with BBGO, 710 ESPN.
Okay, if you're thinking about selling your home, the first call you got to make is to Seller's Advantage. You know why? They represent sellers. The only thing they care about is focusing on the seller's needs. They can make you a competitive cash offer and close in days. No agents, no commissions. Getting your home ready to list can be time-consuming. You don't want people in and out of your house. Seller's Advantage takes all that out of the equation. Go to sellersadvantage.com or call this number, 888-390 as is. 888-390 as is. That works out to 888-390-2747. They may even give you a $10,000 advance to help with moving expenses. But your first call, if you're thinking about selling your house before you get an agent, before you do anything, is call Seller's Advantage. One more time, 888-390-2747 or sellersadvantage.com.
Travis Rogers and DeMarco Farr.
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. after Greeny.
I'd never met Michael Cooper, and he was the co-host of the show with Rob Fukuzaki, and they bring me on for the segment. And as I'm walking to go onto the set, Michael Cooper starts breaking my chops about Arcadia High School. Keep in mind, I've never met him, spoken to him, nothing. He's like, oh, Apache in the house. Man, we used to kill you guys. And I'm like, wait, and I knew in the back of my mind, I'm like, oh, that's right. He went to Pasadena High School. He's a PHS Bulldog, Arcadia High, Pasadena High, in the same league. And so instantly he's giving, I'm like, well, yeah, because in basketball, you had guys like you at PHS, and our basketball team had guys like me at Arcadia High. In baseball, we had a much better, and so we were going back and forth. But it was a great moment, like, no wonder everybody loves this guy.
Weekday mornings at 9 a.m.
It's Travis and DeMarco
on 710 ESPN.
You never expect a Hail Mary pass to win and end the game or getting into an accident. Hey, it's Trav with DeMarco.
Only one all-star defense team you can call to defend you. The personal injury law offices of Joseph S. Normand. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000.
Don't get sacked by others. Joseph will help you achieve the maximum compensation you deserve. Visit NormandLegal.com or call 213-747-2000. That's 213-747-2000.
Let Joseph and his team score a touchdown for you.
This is Evan Cohen from Unsportsmanlike on ESPN Radio. I'm reaching out with a message that's close to my heart. Devastating fires have ravaged the Los Angeles area, leaving families displaced, homes destroyed, and the community in need of help. Right now, you have the power to make a real difference. Your donation, big or small, can provide food, shelter, supplies, and much-needed support for those affected by the fires. If you are able to, please help those affected by the California wildfires and donate at www.lafoodbank.org/fire.
Every 40 seconds, a child is reported missing. That's 2,000 children every single day. It's a heart-wrenching reality that we can no longer ignore. Find the Children is a non-profit organization dedicated to helping find missing kids. You can be a part of their mission by donating your unwanted vehicle, running or not. Call 1-800-294-0222. We guarantee that you will receive the maximum tax deduction. We provide fast, free pickup with 24-hour response. Call 1-800-294-0222. Find the Children provides crucial resources to help find missing children and educational materials to teach kids how to recognize and avoid predators. Our recovery programs have a proven track record of reuniting kids with their families. It's time to act. Donate your unwanted or unused car. Help us build a world where every child is safe. Pick up the phone and call 1-800-294-0222. Together, we can bring these kids home safely. This advertisement was paid for in partnership with Cars R Us and Find the Children.
710 ESPN.
And it is time for Game of Games on the #1 sports radio show in L.A., Mason and Ireland. Game of Games. Game of Games presented by CallJacob.com. Call Jacob. Everyone loves a fighter, but in this town, winning matters, especially after an accident. So remember, anyone can fight, but CallJacob.com is here for you when you need a big win. After an accident, go to CallJacob.com or call 844-24-JACOB. That's 844-24-JACOB. We got the jingle. Call Jacob. Thank you. Game of Games time. Take it away, Mace.
All right, here we go. It is Game of Games. Oh, let me get the microphone there. It is Game
over your
Games
mouth.
time.
Okay,
you actually have to speak into it.
I've done this for a while.
The talking part.
So, ladies and gentlemen, it's Game of Games brought to you by Jacob and Ronnie. Remember, if you're involved in any kind of accident, 844-24-JACOB, or remember, call Jacob.com. I have got actual Family Feud questions that were used on the show that are related to sports.
Okay.
I'm going to give you two choices. You tell me what the top answer was.
You got
what was the top answer
Okay.
on the board?
Okay.
Question number 1. Name something fans do at a sporting event. Is the top answer cheer or is it boo? Start with Ireland.
I will say cheer.
Bergman.
I will say cheer also.
Bill.
Gotta be cheer.
Laura.
Hope
Cheer.
And Brian.
Cheer.
Yes, the answer is cheer.
Yeah.
Boo,
Everybody
boo
else.
was the number 2 answer.
All right.
Really? Well, yeah.
Number 2, everybody got that one. Name something you'd see at the Olympics. Is the top answer flags or medals? Flags or medals? Start with Bergman.
Let's go flags.
Bill.
Medals.
Medals.
Probably.
Laura.
I want to be different.
Medals.
Brian.
Medals.
Ireland.
Medals.
It is medals.
I
Medals
wanted-
is number 1, and flags was number 2.
Hey, at least it was number 2.
I told you this game was on the verge of too easy, so
Yeah.
we'll see how it goes.
Well, now I know to go the
I
easy
knew
way.
Bill was going to be here, so I wanted to make it a really easy game.
Why, what are you saying? Bill's stupid?
Name a job
saying.
that someone might have at a sporting event. A job someone might have at a sporting event. Is the top answer concession stand or referee? Concession stand or referee? Let's start with Bill this time.
Concession stand.
Concession stand. Laura.
Concession stand, of course.
Brian.
Concession stand.
Ireland.
Do I take my shot here? No, I think it's concession stand.
Bergman.
Yeah, I'm sticking with concession.
Yeah, it's referee is the number 1.
Oh, come on.
That's my
Wow.
spot.
I
Number
could have gone
2.
back into
Concession
it.
stand, people outnumber them like 1,000 to 1.
But the question, name a job someone might have, and the answer is
okay.
referee.
All right, that was a missed opportunity.
Everybody missed that one. Name something you might see at a basketball game. At a basketball game. Is the top answer slam dunk or mascot? Slam dunk or mascot? We start with Laura.
Mascot.
Let's go to Brian.
Slam dunk.
Ireland.
Slam dunk.
Bergman.
Slam dunk.
Bill.
Slam dunk.
Correct answer. Slam dunk. Yes, mascot was number 2. Slam dunk was the number 1 answer.
All right, so Bill, John, and Brian have 3. Greg and Laura 2 each.
All right, here we go. Name a sport. Remember, this was a Family Feud question. Name a sport that uses a ball. Is the top answer soccer or is it basketball, Brian? Soccer or basketball?
Soccer.
Go to Ireland.
Name a sport that uses a ball.
Yep, Family Feud, straight up. How'd they answer?
Soccer.
Let's go to Bergman.
I got to make up a point here, but yeah, I'm going to say basketball.
Bill.
I'm going to say basketball.
And I think Laura.
Soccer.
The correct answer, soccer was the number 1 answer. Basketball was the number 2 answer.
All right, Brian, you got that, right?
Yes.
Okay, so Greg and Bill missed it, right?
Yep.
Okay, so Ireland and Brian have 4. Bill and Laura have 3, and Greg has 2.
Okay, here we go. Name something a football coach yells during a game. Is the top answer hustle or defense? Hustle or defense? We go back to Ireland for this.
This is a good one. I'm going to go hustle.
Okay. Let's go to Bergman.
Defense. Defense.
Bill.
Defense.
Laura.
Defense.
Brian.
Defense.
Yeah, it's hustle.
Boom! Oh, man.
Ireland
On 3
takes
back?
point. Hustle was 1 and defense was 2.
How much time's left? Or how many left?
1, 2, 3. 3 left.
Okay, I'll go first.
Okay. Name a piece of equipment used in a baseball game. Is the top answer bat or glove? Bat or glove, Ireland?
Bat.
Bergman.
Well, I have to go opposite, so go glove.
Bill.
Bat.
Lar.
Glove.
Brian.
Bat.
Correct answer. Bat is the right answer.
I'm out.
So Ireland takes that. Bergman, you're out.
All right,
Yeah,
Bill,
I'm
you
out.
got that, right? Brian, you got that?
Yep. Yeah, I got it.
Okay, Laura, did you get it?
No.
All right, so you're out and Greg's out.
Okay.
All right.
2 left.
4.
Bill, you're still alive.
Well,
man.
Laura, if you have 4, you're still in. I only have you with 3. Do you have 4?
1. I count mine. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Okay, you're in.
I trust
You're
Laura.
still in. Greg's out.
Okay. Name a sport where you might lose a tooth. Name a sport where you might lose a tooth. Is the top answer hockey or boxing? Ireland.
Hockey.
Bergman, you're out. Bill.
Hockey.
Laura.
She's out. Oh, no.
Laura.
No, she's still in.
She's in.
4.
Hockey or boxing?
Hockey.
Laura, you have to go opposite of me, so you have to say boxing.
Team. Okay, boxing.
And Brian.
Hockey.
Correct answer. Hockey. The sport
I'm
where
still
you
out.
might lose a tooth. That's number 1 answer.
Okay,
And
so now
boxing was
Bill,
number 2.
Bill is out.
Oh, Bill.
I got it right. Didn't
Yeah, but you have 5, and I have 7.
Have you locked this up?
No, Brian is 1 behind, and there's 1 left, right?
Okay.
Come on, Brian.
Okay.
Come
One
on,
left.
Brian.
Wow.
Come on, Brian.
Come on.
Name
Ireland always
something you'd hear at a baseball game. Is the top answer cheers or strike? Cheers or strike? Name something you'd hear at a baseball game. John, you're first.
Jeez. Strike.
Ooh, I think cheers.
Well,
Brian?
Brian, you have to go cheers, right?
Let's go. Cheers.
And John takes the point. Strike was number 1 and cheers was number 2.
Dang it.
Let's do the tiebreaker just for fun. The highest scoring single answer in an episode of Family Feud was this. Name a sport you associate with snow. The number 1 answer was skiing. How many in the 100-person survey answered skiing? Again, name a sport where you associate with snow. What do you think? 1 to 100, how many people said skiing?
I'm going to say 97.
97 of 100?
Yeah.
That's what I
82.
had.
82, Bill?
88.
Laura?
I had 97, but I'll do 98.
Okay, and Brian?
81.
Correct answer, 94. 94 people said the number 1
So
answer
it's still me.
was skiing, so Ireland won that too.
Yeah.
Shocking.
He's ate 20 dumplings, 1 game of games, call it a day.
Yep.
I mean, that's 12. I think I did pretty good there.
So, Bill, why were you so anxious to be part of Game of Games?
Well, I've wanted to do it before, and I know you can't do it over the phone.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, it makes it harder.
Hang out with you guys, and I wanted to see how badly I'd lose.
Yeah.
Well, you did
You
fine.
hung in there well. You played
you
well.
finished 3rd.
Yeah.
Which is good.
It's good.
You get a bronze medal.
Yeah. Actually, Bill, there are only 2 places in every race.
First and last.
Correct. That is correct. Bill, awesome seeing you, man. Thanks
Good
for
to
coming
see you.
out.
Thanks for having me.
Thank you for coming out.
Thanks, Bill.
Appreciate you
Awesome.
bringing that stuff, too. Thank you.
All right, live from Ralph's in Redondo Beach. Let's get some Super Crosstalk coming next. Mason and Ireland, 710 ESPN.
Hey, guys, it's Cap. So you get this letter from the Department of Water and Power with 2 big, bold words, high usage. And you don't really know what to do about it, but you kind of have an idea of who you can blame. So you go knock on your daughter's door and you go, hey, would you stop showering for 45 minutes twice a day? And then you go to your son and say,
Hi, my name is Victoria. I am from Silmar, California, and I just want to say thank you to all the firefighters for everything that you've done. You are so brave, so just amazing and brave, and we appreciate everything you've done for the city.
I want to thank them. Without them, the fire wouldn't be the way it is right now. Little help like you guys asked for. I got a few bobbleheads, a few jerseys, a few shirts that are brand new, and some baseball cards.
Thank you so much for the first responders and for the firefighters that are helping the community and the people of California and especially Los Angeles. And thank you so much for your work and keep doing what you're doing. You guys are the real heroes.
My name's Alfredo Famath, and I'm from Silmar, right next to the Hearst fire. We got evacuated, but I really want to thank the firefighters for saving my house and my friends' houses. I appreciate you guys, and without you guys, I don't know where to be at, probably without a home, but I really appreciate everything you guys do for us.
What's up, everybody? Cappy here, InsideCrypto.com, and I just want to take a second to thank all the first responders, the firefighters, but I'm going to take another direction here. I was talking about it on the air. Our friends at Lazy Dog and LA Live have been feeding all these firefighters. I'm going to send a shout out to all the wait staff who are feeding the firefighters, who can then feel good, be nourished, go to sleep, and then get out there and fight those fires. So to everybody that's helping, appreciate all y'all.
Hey, Henry Ramos here from El Monte. Hey, first responders, thank you for everything you guys are doing, and keep fighting on. And this is for Los Angeles. Thank you guys, and keep going. We love you, LA.
UT-Sport and make your next sporting experience absolutely unforgettable.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles.
KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Sedano and Cap to join Mason in Ireland?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk, presented by Coors Light. Coors Light, made to chill.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
There he is. There's Cappy.
We have Sedano or no?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Negative.
Now,
negative. Who are you doing the show with? Just solo?
Just me.
Oh.
Trudell. Ireland got that. Mason
No,
didn't recognize the voice, but Ireland
didn't recognize your voice.
I could have sworn, though, I'm getting a little screwed up with George's whole basketball travel schedule.
Right.
I could have sworn that Sedano said something about coming to the Ralphs to hang with you guys today.
He did, and it was, and he contradicted himself, because I asked him yesterday when he was doing the show from Minnesota, which happens to be Trudell's hometown, that the game was today. The game was Wednesday. And then he said it when we were signing off, I'll stop by on my way back from the airport. I think he got his days mixed up.
Yeah, and then he screwed me up, too.
Yeah, screwed you up.
Well, Cappy, there's some confusion here.
Okay, let's hear what's going on. Let me hear what the story
Yesterday,
is. Yesterday,
you presented a case that you and Sasha Vujacic were friends, that he's going to give you some wine.
He was going to give me a case of wine to give to you.
Right.
Now, did you hear when we asked Sasha about this? Did you hear what he said?
No, I have not heard this.
Uh-oh.
Brian, did you pull it?
Yeah, we got it.
All right, now listen carefully here,
Okay, let me hear.
So we were talking a little bit yesterday with Scott Kaplan. Do you know who Scott Kaplan is? No.
Enlighten me.
Yes. So Cappy says that you promised
so great. You don't know who you are.
Of your wine, which is terrific, Alexander wine. He says, Sasha, he promised me a case of it, and he'll bring it tomorrow. So you didn't remember to bring a case of
today?
Yeah, today.
And by the way, there's a.
So there you have it, Kevin.
Wait, there's not more? I want to hear more.
Wait, what happens, what happens next?
I said, by the way, there's a 90% chance that Cap is lying.
Yeah.
And,
so
which
Sasha,
you clearly were.
Sasha is unaware of you,
He
Cappy.
doesn't know who you are,
He doesn't know who you are.
Well, this is news to me. I will tell you that right now. This is news to me.
You are news to Sasha.
Okay,
yeah,
well,
you are not news to him. He has no idea who you are.
And Mace, you mean to tell me that you don't say to Sasha, you don't go, okay, look, you know what? There's clearly something missing here. You know, Cap said that you were going to bring a case of his wine because last year at the Laker event, you gave him a bottle and then he re-gifted it to Morales for Christmas. And then he said that you were going to bring a case for him today. And he goes, I don't know who this guy is. Mace, at no point do you ever say to him, all right, look, sometimes people don't know somebody's name, but they can figure out who they are by their face. You don't break out like a nice picture of me looking like a hot piece of ass that I am?
No.
Wait, does that picture exist?
Yeah, I don't know where that. Do you have the hot piece of ass picture? I don't think anybody. Does Rachel possess that?
It's in the
her
bathtub.
phone?
It's in the bathtub at the Rams house.
Yeah, that's
right. Oh, right. Yeah, right.
No, he just. I just once he said, "I have no idea who Scott Kaplan is." I was like, "Well, I don't want to embarrass Scott." Let's
No,
just
you
move
weren't
on.
embarrassing me.
If I can interject, so
please.
No, you're unembarrassable.
Yeah, go ahead, Mike.
Well, Kaplan sounds like he's just sticking with his story.
Yeah.
But are we thinking that he was lying from the start, or are we thinking that Sasha just forgot?
100%.
So we don't think Sasha forgot who he is.
Cap is a professional BSer. He's very good at it.
Okay, so Mason, 100% chance
this
he's
would
lying.
be another example of that.
Well, Mace, I want to say to you, thank you, because
Yes.
at least you had my back, as if to say, hey, look, I'm supposed to take delivery of the case of wine that you were supposed to bring for Cap. And then he says, enlighten me. And then you chose not to enlighten him by showing him a picture of me going, this guy. To which at that point he might have been like, oh, yeah.
Cap.
How many pictures of you do you think we have
How
readily
many-
available at our fingertips?
If I search my my phone,
Yeah.
I'm wondering how many Cap pictures.
Well,
I have.
let me suggest this.
Is he on Wikipedia?
What
Let me
if you
check.
went to, like, Instagram and you were like, this guy?
Yeah, that's more work than we want to
Okay,
do.
all right. Now, hold on a second. Here's what bothers me in this whole story.
Your Instagram is the first thing that pops up if you Google you.
Oh, nice. Well, here's what kind of bothers me in this whole situation.
Okay, yeah.
I feel like I clearly have not done a good enough job of making an impression on Sasha.
Okay.
Okay?
That's very true.
Your
Right.
feelings are valid.
Right.
Yes.
So I thought, maybe I misinterpreted it, okay? I thought last year when Sasha came to the broadcast and we hung out and we took pictures and we exchanged wine, I thought that's a nice first opening sort of,
Sure,
beginning
yeah,
to
that's
a
a good
relationship.
opener, yeah.
Then about, I'd say maybe a month and a half or so ago, I was doing what I do before a Laker game. I was walking around down on the court before the game. Here comes Sasha. I'm like, oh, damn, my dog. You know what I mean? I put
Is
my
that
hands
really
out.
how you reacted? Because I would also try to ignore you.
If you said, oh, damn, my dog, I would go the other way.
Well, he didn't, and he brought it in, and he gave me a
Yeah,
big
yeah,
hug,
brought it
okay?
in.
Like, hey, man, and then,
But
of course,
he definitely didn't say, "Hey, Scott."
no, he didn't. He did not. And I
Just
said,
dog.
and then what I did,
He didn't know your name, so
right,
he just called you
right,
dog.
right. So then what I did is I was like, hey, by the way, I got to tell you something, man. I go, you gave me that wine last year at the event. What a great bottle of wine. Now, keep in mind, I had not opened the wine. I had not drank the wine. I was planning on giving the wine to Morales for Christmas, which I ultimately did.
Which is
John.
really, really lame.
John,
but
are
go
you
ahead.
are you still buying this? Is he
No,
lying?
I
Is he
don't
still
buy
lying?
anything he says.
Okay.
He's a serial fabulous.
So this is
Trudell,
all
you'd be
BS.
proud of me today. I lived up to my reputation.
Oh.
I'm holding in my hand 20 cups of BB-Go dumplings that I buried today during the show.
You
2-0.
ate 20 cups.
I did. Bergman, what'd you finish at?
I finished at 12. So
All right.
you did absolutely
Almost
crush
lapped
it.
It's
you.
impressive.
That is not close.
That is
Congrats.
that's
12 is a lot,
Kobayashi-esque.
Trudell.
John, I would
Yeah,
always
well, I
pick you
told-
over Bergman in anything.
Yeah, well, Trudell.
That's the wrong one.
Trudell knows that there's only one man who can play in my league when it comes to competitive eating, and that's Francisco
Pinto. Yeah, 100%.
I cannot hang with Pancho. He's too good. But other than that, I feel like I can be
I think you're
competitive.
beatable. I think you're totally beatable.
Oh, not by me.
Bring it on.
Well, I mean, listen, you may not win the Nathan's hot dog contest, but you should certainly
Yeah.
be in the BB-Go
No, it's
contest.
impressive.
For,
I wonder how many. What's that guy named?
Kobayashi.
Kobayashi. I wonder
Yeah.
how many he could put away.
Oh, probably
a
100.
couple of hundred.
How about Joey
In
Chestnut?
3 minutes. Joey Chestnut, same thing.
Yeah, he could eat.
Yeah,
I think
those guys are freaks.
I
Well, they're
just think
pros.
that's disgusting.
Yeah.
Yes, pros is a better way
Yeah,
to put it.
they're pros.
Disgusting. That's why I don't want to be a pro at that.
Boy, I gotta
Trudell, should we be encouraged or discouraged by the Lakers' performance last night?
Well, I'm going to get to that in a second, but I'm just discouraged by my first impression of Kaplan. 'Cause
Yeah, me too.
I didn't quite get the full read that you guys are painting that he is just completely full of crap about everything.
Well, no,
Yeah,
no,
no,
that
he
is
is.
a
Not
that is
everything.
a staple in the
Come on.
Scott Kaplan
I
brand.
use the term fabulous, and by the way, I probably fall into this category too. It is someone who invents or writes fables, habitually fabricates or exaggerates stories to the point of being untruthful. Now, I don't care about the untruthfulness, but you're certainly a fabulist.
Well,
You
an
do tell
exaggerator,
some tall
perhaps.
tales.
Well,
Yeah.
the other day, and again, I'm still getting to know Cappy, and I'm like, what if I said, hey, Scott, hey, meet me after the game for a beer? Is he the kind of guy that's going to say, "Oh yeah, okay, let's do it," and then not show up, or is he a guy that will show up
he'll
and
meet
he'll
you at the
just
Nixo
lie?
Lounge at the East Central
That's
right after the game.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, I don't think he would do that, Mike, but he might forget your name before you get there.
Okay,
Dog.
All right. I've got my
When in
antenna
doubt,
up now.
dog.
Yeah, I'm just a little hurt, to be honest with you. I thought that Sasha would have had that case, and moreover, what I really thought would happen would be like this. Hey, our colleague Cappy back at the station said that you were going to have a case of your wine. He was very specific about it, and then here's Sasha going, "Oh man, I'm not sure." But the good news is I happen to have a case in the car. Here, give it to him. Like I kind of thought it would all work like that.
He did give a bottle to Mace,
He gave a bottle,
who has never tried his wine.
I've never had the Alexander.
I have several bottles of it at my house.
Also-
But
It's a Bordeaux blend. It's a Bordeaux blend.
Trudell, have
That's
you
what
tried
I learned
it?
today.
Yeah, I have. I've tried it several times. The thing that I'm also confused about, though, is why does Cappy think that somebody who sells wine would just give you a case?
Well,
because it's a Hey King.
He is in a business. He's operating a business, a wine selling business,
Right.
and so handing out cases isn't.
No, but sometimes you do utilize individual bottles for marketing.
A bottle, but why a whole case though?
Well, so then I can be a brand ambassador.
You took a bottle and you re-gifted it.
Correct. That's right. Well, I let it age.
That was your
Mace.
Christmas gift to Morales.
Right.
Was a bottle of wine that you got for free off Sasha.
I let it age.
So it increased in value.
And
let
then
it age.
Right, and then
aged in his trunk.
Right. First, I let it age, and then I gave it to Morales because I knew that he would really appreciate it. And by the way, I was offering to Sasha the opportunity to utilize the platform to be a brand ambassador for him. And I guess at least thus far,
That's worked out. That's worked out already.
Well, I'm just going to say it like this.
I think he's clearly chosen Mace
No,
over you.
I'm going to say this.
I'm his brand ambassador. He
Okay.
actually used that phrase with me
really?
exactly. He said, "I want you to be my brand ambassador," and I said, "Absolutely, Sasha. I'm all in. Give me
Okay.
a bottle of wine, and I'll make an Instagram
Did he use
post.
your name?
Let's roll."
Steve, did he use your name when he talked to you?
He called me Mace as
Well,
soon as he
good.
walked up.
So he
said,
knows
Mace,
Mace's
tell him
name.
what's up.
Okay, yeah.
He knows Mace's name.
Okay, so I'm guess what I'm
That's
gonna
half
have to
the
do.
battle, Captain.
Here's what I'm gonna have to do with Sasha now. Okay, this is gonna become a personal thing for me now.
Okay.
Now
I was afraid of this.
Now I plan on making an impression
He's
on
right
this
over
young
there.
brother.
Sorry, Sasha.
Where's he at? Where's he at?
He's right there.
All right,
He's signing stuff
get
for
out my
people.
Instagram, please, Mace. Take out my
Yeah.
Instagram and go. Hey, this is who you're talking to. All right.
Yeah, that's
and then,
gonna happen.
And then he's gonna
That's
go like
gonna
this.
impress
He's go. Oh, now I
You know
know,
what he's
Cap.
doing? He's giving me shrug hands.
He's
like,
giving
I don't know.
the shrug hands.
I don't know. I don't know
Who's
who
this
this
guy talking
is.
about?
He's giving you the shrugs.
Well, Cabby,
Yeah, he's giving me shrug hands.
I don't know if you remember the 2010 finals.
Yeah, tell me.
When Sasha hit
two
the
free
13
throws.
free
Yeah.
throws. So, I think there's probably been a lot of people who have come up to him and be like, "Oh, hey, Sasha." Blah. So it's probably hard for him to remember everybody's name and who they are.
I'm in the same boat, even though I didn't hit those free throws. I get a lot of people walk up to me, and then I don't know who they are necessarily.
The same amount of Sasha.
But
you
no,
think?
more, way more.
But they're not pretending to know you, Cappy.
But the thing is that Sasha, it's easy. Everybody knows Sasha because he's the only guy in the world named Sasha. So for me, there's lots of Scott Kaplans
there are
out there.
other Sashas, but okay.
You know? Well, you understand.
yeah.
I mean, it's a pretty unusual name, right?
Well, pretty
It is,
common
yeah.
in Eastern Europe.
Okay, well, we're not in Eastern
Well,
Europe.
there's a
We're in
lot of-
Southern California.
Yeah. More of a. It's probably more,
There's five
more
guys.
I
Sashas
guess
out
this
here.
is kind of a sad note to start your show on.
It is sort of a sad note. It is. It is.
It's
And
Sasha Vujacic.
the only thing is that, as you know this, Mace, unembarrassable.
Yeah, it's true. It's good. It's a good quality.
In the way that Michael
here's what we're
Thompson
going to do, Cappy. We're going to get five guys. And line them up right in front of Sasha, like a police line.
Like a line.
Okay.
He's got to figure out which one is you.
I
How
love
about
this.
that?
I love
It'll be
this.
Like usual suspects.
Right, and I'll just be trying to make little tiny subtle facial things to him. Like me, it's me, dude. It's me. Don't you remember the time we hugged it out at the
Still
game?
will not pick you out.
Maybe John and I could try to find guys that sort of look like you at a Laker game.
Okay.
And we could
types.
and then you could come to a game we know Sasha's going to be there, and we could do this in person instead of having the photo.
Much
we
better.
could just we've got five guys around your height and build, stand next together, and then we'd have some rules like you can't wink at him. In a certain way.
All right.
Yeah.
Much
no
better
winking.
idea. I like it. Hey, did you ask Sasha?
No, none of this finger gun thing you like to do.
That's
no
right.
finger guns.
Oh, wait a second. As far as finger guns go, both of you guys are guilty as charged because both of you guys used the finger gun
I'm
in
not
the
a finger
promotion.
gun.
No,
I'm
you
not a
used
finger
it.
gun
No,
guy.
you used the finger gun.
No.
Yes, you did.
We didn't do your finger guns. We did your hang
Your
loose thing that
hang
you do.
loose thing
Right.
you do. But I am not a. I'm not
But
a
we
big
were,
shooter
but
guy.
Cap, we were asked
A
to
big
do that.
shooter.
We didn't do that on our own. We weren't
Yeah.
stealing your bit. They said do what Cappy does, and then they used
you
it
guys did
against
it?
us. Yeah.
Yeah, we did it.
Hey, did anybody ask
That was
Sasha?
a request from Parker or something.
Anybody ask Sasha what?
Do me a favor. Ask
Yeah.
Sasha.
Sasha?
Is he going to be at the game tomorrow night?
He is. He already said he is.
He is going to be at the game.
He's going to go against
And he
Boston.
offered to bring you a case, but I don't think he was being serious.
Okay,
he was
listen
not
to me.
serious at all.
Tell Sasha. In fact, do me a
Yeah.
favor, Mace. Would you do me a
Yeah.
favor?
Yeah.
In fact, better yet, you know what? Johnny I, would you do me a favor?
It depends what it is.
I want you
Bypassing Mason.
I want you to text Sasha
Okay.
my contact information.
Oh, my
He's right there.
goodness.
And tell him
Yeah.
to text
We're
me.
looking at it.
Okay.
I'm not texting
don't
him
need
your
to
contact
text him.
info.
Text him my contact info. Tell him to text
Write
me.
it down on a scrap of paper.
No,
Give it to me.
I don't want to do that, but I'll tell you what I will do, Cap.
Yeah, tell me.
I will text you his number.
That's fine. That's totally
Okay.
fine.
And then you
And
can
you
annoy
can-
the hell out
No,
of
you
him.
can pester the
I'm not
crap
pestering
out of
anything because I don't care that much about the wine, but I would like for he and I to go clothes shopping together because I want to dress just like him.
He is stylish. He's rocking
yeah.
a tam today.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
wearing like a derby hat.
Yeah, he's
really?
he's a very stylish guy.
Right,
Yeah.
right. So the wine is not urgent to me. It is the take me to whoever does your clothing. And does
Okay.
and do you have an account with him that I could just add
You know
to
what
it?
he's doing?
I'm sure
Shrug
that wouldn't
hands.
annoy him
He's
at
just
all.
doing shrug
He
hands.
just
over
shrug
there.
hands.
He's doing
leaving.
shrug hands again?
Yeah,
he's
shrug
shrug-
hands.
Yeah, I don't know
Can
why
he hear
he-
me? Can
Yeah,
Sha-
We do have
can hear you,
speakers,
and he's shrug
Cappy.
handing.
Okay.
There are speakers
Okay.
here. He can hear everything you're
He can hear
saying.
everything
so
you're
that
saying.
you
He's
do
And
not
he's
care about
walking,
the wine.
he's walking away
Okay.
like you have the plague.
He's
Okay.
leaving.
Sasha,
He's
I know you
he's
can hear me.
exiting.
Get in your
He can hear
car,
you.
turn on the radio. Tomorrow night, Laker pregame. I will
This
be
is pathetic.
I will be walking on that floor.
Oh, my
And when I
goodness.
see,
So
I'm going to be
sad.
the guy that's
You
gonna
don't
be
have
like,
floor
oh,
access.
Damn.
Hashtag sad.
No.
I hope this is
Hashtag
not-
getting it done.
I hope I'm not on the
Hashtag
court when this
pathetic.
happens. I don't wanna
Hashtag
be-
getting a case.
I don't want to be
Cappy,
near
here's
this.
what I'm going to be at the game tomorrow night. How about I introduce you to Sasha?
You know, Mace, you say that you're going to be at the game tomorrow night?
I'm going to.
Yeah, I
I'd
wouldn't,
say that you're
100.
questionable.
100.
Oh, really? 100?
100.
Really?
I'm there.
Yes. 100.
100.
Okay, you
But
weren't
keep
there
in mind,
last
he
night.
promised he was going to attend 2 games this week, and
Yep.
so far he's 0 for 2.
Wait a minute. I never made that promise. You guys shamed me out of going to the Washington game because you said it's going to be blowout.
Yeah, but then
Why are
you
you going to
doubled
that
down.
game?
You said, no, I'm going both nights. And Cap actually invited you to go to the Kings game
Yeah,
tonight.
I can't. After
Right.
a busy remote like this, I mean, after a
But
live
I'm just
show,
saying you
exhausted. I
entertained
just
the
have to
idea
cry.
at the
Right.
time.
Lakers
Yeah,
last
I
night.
did entertain it.
Kings tonight. Lakers Celtics tomorrow night.
You're my
I'm
hero.
all in, dude.
Yeah, no, you're my hero. I'll
I'm
see you
all
at the
in.
Celtics tomorrow
I'm
night.
there.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm
see.
there.
All right, let's
I'll
see if you
introduce
really
to
come.
Sasha.
Okay, let's do that.
Again, he's got the shrug hands.
Well, that's probably because he's like, "Who are you?"
Possible.
All right, what do you guys got cooking? You do some stuff or what?
Today, Mace. You know what we're gonna do?
Yeah.
We're gonna do some stuff.
Okay,
Is
good.
what we're gonna
Very
do.
excited.
Yeah, I'm
I'm going
gonna
to
be
rush to the car and get it.
I'm gonna
Hey,
be
I want to say
questioning our
thank you to Ralph's. Thank you to BB Go.
Yeah, this was fun.
Glad we were able to collect a bunch of stuff for the L.A. Regional Food Bank.
That is awesome.
People won cool prizes, including a pair of tickets to see the Lakers Celtics tomorrow night.
No way.
Had a blast out here, so thank you to everybody who made it possible. Our whole team, Rick Cutler, as always. Janessa does a great job. All of our social media team, Parker Bell and Anthony and Warren and all those guys. Thank you very much for all your help. And now we will turn things over to the close
Sasha's
personal
BFF.
friend of Sasha Vujacic.
Right.
Kaplan and Trudell. Next, 710 ESPN.
The most followed sports radio.